folks? Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Let's talk about it. It's Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. We are live from the Real Talk Studios like we are every Sunday. And every Sunday we're brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Find him on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic, over in the ones and twos, filling in for the Pove. We got tons to talk about, fam. Crumb of the week, like we do every Sunday. We'll go around the MLB because there's some teams making runs. It's that time of the year. 'Tis the season. A little playoff push for squads. One team in our division that's going to be better than us, the Mets, or have played better than us, obviously, are past us now. So we're now there. We're now there.
I can't believe it.
We'll get around the MLB. Phillies frustrations. Well, listen, we didn't want to start the show with the Phillies because we've been hammering, and it could be very easy for us to come on here and absolutely
We can continue to hammer.
run dudes out of town because we're going to hammer in the second segment.
Got a
But
whole belt of nails over here.
we're trying to throw something positive, and it's Eagles' expectations. And our poll question: if healthy, the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? If healthy, the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. Also, family, for our podcasting fam out there that loves the podcast after the fact.
Casting up.
Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, SoundCloud, and more coming. All right, there's just 4, and we'll touch on them. If you missed it, we'll talk about it later on in the show.
A buffet of options.
Tons everywhere. We want to, you know what I mean? We just want to be like, here you go.
That's it.
What do you want to eat today?
Some spread, huh?
What do you guys want to eat? So, if healthy, the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. Do you agree or disagree? Like I said, let us know. Everywhere, fam. Reading off comments, questions, excitement, concerns you have going.
If you got 'em.
Yep, going into 2019, you got some concerns? Let us know. Gentlemen.
As a non-homer, I'll go first.
Gentlemen.
I agree. I think they are. They're built. They're built for it. I love the culture. I mean, I'm not putting. I don't put the Maloiks on.
No, you're right. No, you're good. You're good.
If we're here talking, I thought
talk.
I thought we were in the trust tree. I thought we were in.
I thought we were in the nest. I know.
But yeah, no, I truly believe that with healthy, just what Dougie's done, and Howie, bringing in the roster's loaded. Everybody knows that, so it's
loaded.
The NFL is a product where you got to stay healthy, right? So that's why the question was worded the way it was. And listen, the NFC, there's a lot of good teams in the NFC. I mean, you can go Saints, you can go Rams, you can go Cowboys, you can go Vikings, I guess, if you believe in Captain Kirk. I wouldn't, but the Bears.
I think the Bears are better than that, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Bears. So yeah, there's a handful of teams. It's going to be a slobber knockle come playoff time. But if they stay healthy, I think they should be the 1 seed for sure.
I want to agree. I think we're right there. Like you said, we have a ton of talent. Obviously, we got to stay healthy. Obviously, Carson has to stay healthy. The name of the game is the quarterback has to stay healthy. That's just the league that we're in. Okay, most important position in sports is quarterback. So he has to stay healthy. Obviously, we know this. We have a lot of depth, which is a good thing. A lot of depth on the D line.
Yeah, a lot of competition.
A lot of competition out there. So, listen, we're extremely talented, and I think we're going to be right there in that group of the best teams in the NFC with the Saints, the Rams. I'm not going to put anybody else in there. I think it's us three.
Yeah.
And then there might be a step down before you get to – I think the Cowboys are a little behind us, and same thing with the Bears.
Every year you also have to expect
I think Carolina's going to be a little better this
every
year.
year you have to expect that one team to sort of come out of nowhere and be one of them teams that's like, that's fringe, like Minnesota, fringe team. But I want to be surprised if they're one of the top 3 teams in the NFC. I want to be surprised by it because of their offensive weapons, right? So, I mean, there's teams out there, like you said,
Seattle.
like you said, Carolina, Seattle. There's them teams that are probably playoff teams or close to it that could end up being one of the top 3 seeds just because of health or different factors.
That's how they play.
It's just the way the league's set up to be.
A couple games fall your way.
Yeah,
there's always going to be tough games. So a couple things fall your way, then you win some more games instead of being a 9-7 team, you're 11-5 team.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree with you, though. And, I mean, I think we're going to be right there. I'll say I agree. I think there's a group of the best teams in the NFC with the Saints and the Rams.
You're absolutely, you're 100% right. It's not a slam dunk. All right, I just, like I said, I would give them the edge if you were talking about those other 2 teams. You know what I mean? We've seen the Rams in the spotlight. You know what I mean? We've seen what they've done in the spotlight. And then the Saints. Can they win outside? I don't know. That's always been their
it's
you know what I mean?
It's Mitchell.
I trust
Mitchell.
Can they finish? Can they finish?
Is Mitchell good
and
enough?
Stop crying. Can they finish?
Yeah.
Can they finish a game and stop crying?
They
about
made a
it?
rule for you now.
Later,
You fucking whiny
a year
bitches.
later, now you're crying about it instead of finishing and take care of business. So
which is something this football team's done.
Teams are very talented.
Listen. If you're asking me,
you know what I mean? Because
McVay thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. So that's that ego might is always a factor too when I'm looking at the Rams.
And we're still battle tested.
I don't know that we're going to be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
But I like our chance. If you ask me right now, that I would bet that we would make the Super Bowl. I would bet it because I think that we're better, more battle tested, better in the playoffs. I trust Doug more in the playoffs than I do the Rams or the Saints. So I would say I'd put money that we would be the NFC represent.
Yeah, how can you not trust?
How many wins get you to 1 seed?
13.
Yeah, possibly 12. But yeah, I mean 13. 13
I think gets you.
13 locks it up for you. You know what I mean? 13
Yeah,
definitely.
I hope so. Jeez. Yeah. No, I mean.
And then if it doesn't, then you have a monster NFC.
Yeah.
But
And
no,
by
I mean,
the
you would
way,
assume 13 stamps it.
Sneaky
You're a
team,
1 seed.
sneaky team that hasn't played well for a few years that could sneak in is the Packers.
Yes. I was going to throw them out there just because there's a
'Cause
chip
they have-
on. There's a chip on. I think there's a chip on his shoulder. He's a raging douche, off the field. But and I feel like people are writing him off.
Yeah,
like,
way too
he's not
early.
even in the
They're writing
talk-
him off too
he's
early.
He's not even in some people's talk of like the top 5 quarterback. Are you guys fucking high, dude? Like, listen, he might be an asshole. The dude can fucking spin it, and it's going to be very productive. Now they got a new young coach. We'll see. He's in that McVay tree. It's that the new NFL.
In the nest.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if they can stop anybody. All right, but yeah, absolutely. If he's healthy, he's a man on his mission too.
Chances are just
I agree.
white cotton. Maybe something else, maybe something exotic.
Do you buy into though the?
Mataraki.
Do you buy into any of the rumors out of Green Bay camp though that him and LaFleur aren't seeing eye to eye with some of the practice techniques and stuff like that, and
I
how
think that's
they're
just him trying to get away as much as he can. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but that one guy's 39, one guy's 35, so it's really like it's tough to be.
No, I agree.
Age gap is right there. And so he's probably good, and he is an asshole. You know what I mean? That's from all reports.
It's well documented.
It's well
He
documented.
doesn't even talk to his family.
You know
so
what I mean?
what kind of
it's
guy doesn't talk to
not
your family?
surprising. So yeah, I definitely believe it. But I think when Sunday comes, like you know what kind of A-Rod you're going to get. Like when he laces him up. When he laces him up.
I'm nervous with him on. Like if you're telling me that we're up 6 and we're giving him the ball, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
I think everybody in the league should be.
Absolutely.
And I also tell you that everybody in the league, because I think another quarterback that's got sort of disrespected, not on his level, but is the guy in the team we're talking about right now. I think people forget. And I think national media is a part of this, and I think even locally. You forget when he was healthy. The guy was good. The guy was on pace to be the best quarterback
healthy,
in football.
though, but I hear you.
But no, I'm saying, but it's so quick and it's so forgotten because you get banged up a little bit. You're off the field, which is the league we live in. Outside of certain quarterbacks who just never are off the field, but a lot of guys get banged up in this league at the quarterback position.
100%
So
injury.
I don't buy into Carson's not a top 5 quarterback going into this year. Like to me, for us to be where we're putting us, we have a loaded up team. Obviously, Howie, and before Joe Douglas was gone, would said how many weapons can we put around this guy that make his life easier, right? And they signed him to extension and all them things. But coming into the year, expecting him to be fully healthy and what I've seen him in OTAs and getting all that, which is so important, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league coming into this year. Now, if he gets hurt, obviously he's not. Okay, but on paper and he's maybe 10th, he's maybe 12th. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that's not true. I wouldn't say. I think he's definitely top 10.
No, but there's people out there that have him 9, 10. Yeah, there's people that they're freaking chiming in that might even have him lower than that. To me, I'm just saying he's top 5 guy.
We call him Cowboys.
Because I just said because people forget about how good a guy is when he gets banged up or he's not on the field. You forget. Not us. But there's people out there that are like, oh, man, this guy was in.
But I'm okay with that.
This guy was the MVP of the league.
I'm okay with that.
Amnesia Gate.
I'm okay with that in the sense where, like, not only does it motivate you,
Yep.
right? But I'm a body of work guy, so I say that for every sport, like, you know what I mean. And I don't think he's a flash in the pan. I
No, but
he's
you're right.
fantastic, but
You're right. That's why people have the other side of it.
I like resumes, you know what I mean. So I had no problem with him sitting at 12 or 13. If that's where you want to put him, I don't care. Like, that's okay with me. Right?
Maybe
just
I'll
go out and
pump him
do
up.
it. Go out and do it. Yeah. Just
Yeah, and I just
pump
look
him
at
up a little
that's
bit.
my whole point.
You
Is
know,
like
go play
I
16.
understand why some people have him down there,
Go
and
play-
I'm just saying to me,
Yeah.
I expect
I know,
him
I
to be
know.
that top 5 guy this year
Yeah.
and be on the field.
Go
Is
play,
really the whole
go
point.
play 16 games. Win a playoff game. Show
Prove
that
it.
You're
Prove
the,
it.
the franchise guy that we
Yeah,
know you
go
are.
prove
You know
it.
what I mean?
That's all.
Not that you have to prove it to us.
Go
but
prove
you
it.
do.
But go prove it.
But in
You're
a way,
right, go prove it.
Not to us per se, but in a way, you do have to prove it to a portion of this fan base that doesn't believe in you. And one guy does a show at A2D. And compared to his release to Tim Tebow. I mean, I don't know what to ever tell you again. Stop watching football. All right, go cover Tebow because he's hurt again in the minors.
He's also the guy that was trashing Mailata, and then Baldinger comes out and says what a great game he had. Good work, Kyle. Stay hot.
I'll tell you one
Stay
thing.
hot, kid.
Andre Dillard can block the sun out in pass
Yeah.
protection. I think
I thought Mailata played good, too.
and you don't read too much in the preseason, but you do for like offensive linemen, especially young ones. Especially going against first string guys,
Freddie.
you can sort of see where they stand. And I think he looks great. But no, if healthy, this team is the best team in the NFC.
Where's the left fielder there? Freddie just made a catch in the warning track.
Yeah, Tiasco.
What the fuck's going on
He
right
needed
there?
a map right there.
What the fuck was that?
Tiasco was like, is the
Ooh.
field this way?
I got to just catch that ball like that.
Oh, yes, he did.
Is that a
Give
nerf?
me that.
Who is that?
Is that a nerf? I don't know.
Is that Mike Williams?
That's what I was just saying. Is that a nerf?
Remember that one? That
The
was
nerf,
that was filthy.
USC?
That was filthy. Never made another catch in his career. I don't think.
Yeah, that was it.
Fucking
On his hat on it.
Another
That
guy,
was
me and
filthy.
you, we would have blown.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
I remember when he was at USC.
Guy went out-
I was like, just get the guy. He can tie an arm behind his back. Still be the best receiver in the NFL.
Guy went out like Costanza. Went out
Yeah.
on a high note.
Yeah.
Costanza. One catch.
Can't
Snatch
stand
and
you.
grab. Snatch and grab.
We're like, dude, he caught that ball like a nerf ball.
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
Just like this.
How's he not going to be great in this league?
Boop.
To the poll. If healthy, are they best team in the NFC? Yes. Are there teams close to them? Yeah, there's teams close to them. But to me, if everything plays out right, and you got this team pretty much fully healthy, especially in the key positions, I don't see how they're not. I think there's a ton of expectations for this football team going into this year by everybody here in Philadelphia, and not only here but outside of here because you're loaded. And with expectations come.
Expectations are
with
high.
expectations have to come results.
Absolutely.
And this team, I believe, can handle the expectations. I believe that they learned from their book tour a year ago that, and then they got hot at the end of the year, a little too late. I think they've learned from them things because you have to learn what it's like after you win one.
We need to win.
You know
the
what I mean?
division.
Like
Bottom
after you win one, you have to figure out what does it take to win another one.
Yeah.
And I think this is a football team that eyes are on the prize and they're looking. They're looking to get to Miami.
I would hope so.
That's how I feel.
think
And that's how they talk in there.
If you don't win the division, it's to me you didn't fulfill the season really. I mean, we need to win our division. Okay, get some home playoff games and then let's go.
Yeah.
It has to happen. We can't be a 10-6 to me is we're a better roster than a 10-6 team. We better win 11 games.
Yeah. Well, if you want to be, especially if you want to be a dynasty, not only talking about championships, but there's 12-4 teams. You know what I mean? Like you're 12-4, you're 12-4.
Patriots start 2-2 and then win 10 straight every year.
5 or whatever it is. 12-4, 12-4, and you win a bowl. All of a sudden, that's how you become a dynasty.
Yeah, there's no 9-7, 10-6 teams that become dynasties.
No.
There's domination.
Yeah, no, but what happened
You know what I mean?
last
Like
year?
Willie said, start 2-2 and then go rattle off 10 in a row.
The Patriots do it every year.
Yeah.
They go 2-2 in September and then you don't want to see them.
September is the test period. and then the rest of the year is let's go time.
Yeah,
and everything that this team went through last year again.
Dolphins beat them every year.
And then
And everybody's excited.
And
in
then
Miami.
Miami.
I'm like,
Miami.
You know, I give that John C. Riley face that Wilson loves. Like, what?
That's
We're not going to win the division?
That's my favorite chip.
That's a great one.
It's
No, but Greg, to that point, you know, we were talking about what were we just saying before to Miami?
Domination.
Oh yeah, but this football team showed a lot last year. Again, under the circumstances, to be able to battle to get in, right, and then win 1-2. You know, after everything that happened. So, you know, that showed me a lot about the direction that this team's going. That hey, that Super Bowl win wasn't a flash in the pan type thing. This is a really good core football team, and it just needed some guys to be healthy and some additions. And I think both things were done this year. You know, the only weak part on this football team in terms of depth is the defensive line outside of your initial three ends.
Well, I mean,
not tackle, but ends.
Like I said, every year's new.
Josh Sweat
You know,
stinks.
Every year's a different chapter.
You can
know?
slide Fletch right out there. They're going to, too.
Every
No,
year-
they can.
Every year's a new chapter, right, in every sport. You know what I mean? But they showed you a lot. To me, they showed you a lot last year. You know what this team's made of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean that
Lot of heart.
They were left for dead.
Lot of rally.
They left for dead. They went
Yep.
on a run, and not only I understand the double.
Went to
doink.
LA, punched them in the mouth.
I understand it's a double doink. I get that. That's sports, right? But then you're a catch away. Then the football guys got you again the next week. But
Yep.
you went to a place where you got doored
Earlier in the year,
a month ago, and you showed up, and you weren't going to get bullied, and you had a chance to win that football game too. Crazy.
No, it is. It just shows you how good of a coach Doug Peterson is.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, because we put all this blame on Kapler here, and people are like, well, do you give coaches credit? Yeah. There's a coach in Philadelphia I give a ton of credit to because he actually created a culture.
Oh, he
it's
did.
a real thing. It's not a Chip Kelly fake culture that he can speak on but never be able to deliver. This is a guy who came in, and we all and it was a joke, but when he came in and said, in his first year, he said, you know, or before the year we won the Super Bowl, he said, this is the most talented. This is talented as my Packers teams, right? And everybody was like up in arms about it.
I crushed him on that one.
But hold on, I said,
Shocker.
but I said, this is what you want a guy that has talent because he knew he had talent. This is what you want his guys to believe that you're good enough to go
of
win.
course.
Absolutely.
Now, sometimes you say it and you're like, whoa, hey, come on, bro. What are you watching the same?
Well,
you see the same roster we see?
Wes.
But that year when he said it, it wasn't premature because we ended up going and winning it all.
Yeah.
But he was on to something.
He was on to something.
And the players believed in it because remember people were bitching, oh, my God, we only beat this team by – we should have blown that team out. We only beat them by 3. And I'm like, dude, you just get the locker rooms with wins in the NFL. That culture really becomes a real thing. And guys buy into the guy next to you and say, you know what? If I'm having all day, that guy's going to make a play for us.
Listen,
or whatever.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Yep.
Right? And we'll ask Greg this because he's not a huge Doug guy. I mean, he's come around, but like, is he the best coach in the NFL? Not named Bill.
No. He's close, though. I have him in my top 5. I don't have him in my top 3. Sean Payton's there. Obviously, Bill Belichick.
I like that one.
And, I mean, Andy Reid's just been consistent. I don't like Andy Reid, but he's been consistent. Pete Carroll's up there, again, with the consistency. But I have Doug in my top 5, though.
No, I hear it. I just watch his reaction on every one.
Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll's a piece of shit. Okay?
I'm not saying, he's complete.
With that defense and Russell Wilson, I could have coached them to 2 titles.
Not saying
3.
Carroll, Pete, maybe 3.
Yeah, because I'm here. I'm in the gun.
I'm
in the gun.
I'm definitely handing it off.
Fucking sneak gate. Even fucking Monster. Boy
Even
doesn't
Russell
get it.
could have kept it. Yeah.
I'm fucking falling forward.
anybody
I'm falling forward, right?
I mean, Pete could just spit his gum out and scored. Come on. All right. I mean, you got him top 5.
Yeah, I'm top 5.
You know, I mean, I don't have to agree with every name.
Sean Payton, though.
The one I like is Andy because he's won for so long, just never won a Super Bowl.
Andy's top 5, but I can't put him higher than 5 because he's never won a Super Bowl.
And I can't put him higher than Doug because he never won a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I mean, at least Doug's been consistent his first 2 years of getting to the playoffs.
Guess
or
what?
3 years,
Guess
2
what,
out of 3.
Doug? I feel
Because
like
the first year's a transition period, and then from there you go win a Super Bowl and and then you get to the dance again.
I feel like Doug's the perfect recipe to Andy because he's got the he comes in. Andy always has a great game plan.
Yeah.
Always had. But then Doug actually fucking
Adjust
shit's
better.
not working. We're doing some adjustments.
yeah.
Andy never adjusted.
There might
Well,
not
you
be a
say,
better. There's
still
not a
doesn't
better
adjust.
coach in the NFC at adjusting than Doug Peterson.
Oh, he's great at it.
And-
you take out.
and he's close to Bill because he beat Bill on the greatest
can-
stage by adjusting.
But if
Yeah.
you take out,
No,
and you can also
not Bill, though, but-
you know, if you're not ranking them all time, then I would take out the resume and just now. Who's the? That's why I was asking you now. Who's the best coach? And you gave an answer. I'm just saying like the best guy. Not
I mean,
named Belichick. Now,
Belichick's the best coach, but
now.
I think Doug's top 3. I'd put him 3rd probably.
Yeah, I probably McVay's like 4th to me. Like if you're talking about right now,
I'm not convinced on McVay.
No,
I
offensively.
don't have him top 5. I don't have
I'm not
McVay.
convinced.
no.
top
If you,
five.
I'm going the other
move
way
the
where he
dial
said if we're taking out resumes.
No, I understand that.
If you're
I'm
just
not
going
gonna
into
go
this
there.
year.
I'm
Well,
just- I'm with Willie.
I just need one more year.
He doesn't move the dial for me.
No, he
he's a
doesn't.
I
little
need one
punk,
more year
and he's
of-
a fucking punk.
Yeah.
You know what I
and
mean?
It's the NFL that
He's-
we're in right
Look
now.
at my
You know what I
tight
mean?
jeans
Yeah.
and my fucking hair
the
up, and I
NFL
got a
we're in
hot
right now.
girlfriend. I want to see him fall on his face this
They
year.
got a lot
No,
of
I wanna
fucking
see him
talent.
fall on his
They
face
got a
too,
lot
but
of
he's
fucking
good.
talent too, though.
They got a
lot
shit
of
ton of talent.
He's good though. I'll
You
give
know
him
what I
that.
mean?
Like,
He didn't
First
fucking-
off, not showing up in the Super Bowl, that's right on him.
Listen, I gotta give a guy-
Because he came in the Super
I
Bowl
have to give
and
a
Bill
guy-
put him over his leg
Absolutely.
and smacked his hiney
absolutely,
and sent him home.
Absolutely, but I got to
See
give
ya.
a guy credit for one thing.
Embarrassing.
I got to give him credit for one thing. All right, one thing.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, well, Jared Goff was embarrassing before he got his hands on him. So I'll give him credit for one thing.
Yeah, but he had a ton
One
of
thing.
talent. Everyone knew that.
I understand that, but I'll give him credit for a guy who looked like he couldn't play in this league and looked like his hands were too small in the whole 9. And he made the guy into, a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback. Which was a combo, but I'm just saying, like, with the Jared Goff with Jeff Fisher looked like, oh my God, was this guy drafted 1? And then, within a year,
the old fish.
You can't bring that up because when you bring up Nick Foles with Jeff Fisher, the Folesian society goes nuts.
well, there's only one guy who goes nuts. Only one.
No, yeah, because he's the only one still in the Folesian society.
These guys just don't miss, by the way.
No, these pros, they're ridiculous.
Like everything, got it. Got it.
Where would you like me to go with this, sir?
But no, I will give McVay. That's what I give McVay
They
credit
handing out
for.
brats.
I'll give McVay credit for that. I think he's a smart offensive game plan guy. He's obviously not as good as Doug because Doug went against the GOAT and wasn't scared. You know what I mean? Didn't back down. Pulled out all the tricks. Unlike what happened this past season. So obviously to me he's better than him. But if you're going into this year, McVay's up around there just because he has to be in a way because they're going to win a ton of games. I don't think they're going to be. I think again they might have home field throughout the playoffs. So somebody's going to go in there and bend them over.
I'm a Tomlin guy. I'm
a big Mike Tomlin guy. Always have been. I think this year's going to be a big year for them. I think they're going to be better than people think because they got rid of some nonsense. Well, a lot of nonsense.
Diva.
They got rid of a lot of it.
Diva.
A lot of it. I think Gruden can
Everyone's
handle
seen
him over
his true
there
colors,
for
huh?
a year or two, and then that's going to blow up.
Got rid of a lot of pageant moms.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it happens. But yeah,
I'll tell you right now, I think that blows up. It's already starting to blow up. I think I told you the other day. I think it's going to be just like when Moss went there. 1 year gone. He'll be gone in 1 year. Antonio Brown, in my opinion. I just don't think it's going to work.
Well, we'll find out.
it's crazy all the extras too, because he's apparently the hardest working dude. You know what I mean? Like, we know what Brady does, and a lot of guys work hard. I'm not taking away from anybody, but apparently he's an absolute workout monster, and just every. You know what I mean? He goes 100 miles an hour. Everything he does. You know what I mean?
He does though.
It's just the extras are just no thanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's way too
bye
much.
boy. You know what
No,
I mean?
yeah, you
Wait,
can't
come
question
on, dude, like-
you can't question when he's actually at
know what I mean?
practice
Like-
how hard he practices.
Yeah.
Like when he's actually there.
Yeah.
Like
come up
and then
with
game day.
a solution instead of taking your ball and leave like a baby, like a fucking pussy. You know what I mean?
Always.
Because a lot of
Always.
people have complaints about it. You know what I mean? And it is restricting vision. And as a wide receiver, yeah, you want to be able to see the see the football. So I understand the validity of it, but like once again, that's just being a fucking baby diva pussy. You know what I mean?
Guess
Like,
what?
hey,
Everyone's wearing it.
you know what I mean? Can we come up with something
Everybody's
different?
wearing
Can I
it.
get an opening bigger? You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad you're protecting my coconut. Can I get it opened up a little bit? Something.
Cut your hair.
You know what I mean? Something. I don't know. I just.
Yeah, Ralphie, AB never changed. Nope.
Ralphie!
Ralphio.
The Ralphster.
Crossing guard Ken in the house.
What up?
What up, Cam?
I said Doug Peterson's awesome, especially when it comes to ice cream. And he
Done
ended,
this meeting. I think we're gonna have some.
he ended it with a fuck Gabe Kapler. Kyle has Doug in his top 5.
I think, hey, he has to be.
Where else are we at? Yeah, so where do you rank Doug, family out there, coming into this year? Where does he rank for you? If you have him outside of your top 5, just stop watching football. But inside your top 5, where do you have him?
I think he's got to be. He's probably third for me. I think
Well,
I said
I
that, but
think
yeah.
that's right around where he is.
Got to be.
I can make an argument for him.
Just the
being
way
2.
he's been coaching the last 2 years. I mean, just look at it.
To me, he's 2.
He won a Super Bowl with backup quarterback against the best coach and best player
Quarterback.
of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just bottom line. That's
You're
just,
two.
that's just what
Just
happened.
the adjustments from year 1 to year 3.
Yeah,
know
it's
what I mean, it
amazing.
was
It's
like
incredible.
8-8.
He learned. He learned.
8, or was it, I
Deal-
think it was an 8-8, but
Yeah,
it was
or
going
7 and 9 or
going
something,
For 2.
yeah.
It was going for 2. It was showed that bravado, showed the nut sacks, the wheelbarrow nut sack that we love.
We're big
You
fans
know
of
what I
the
mean?
barrels.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're big,
exactly.
we're huge
Like,
fans.
When you need extra large undies, you know what I mean? Like big fan of that. Big fan of those guys.
The extra large undies, big fan.
All right, but
Can't survive in whitey tighties. Can't survive. Just ripping the bottoms out.
And
We
an
don't
X.
we don't promote we
And
don't
an X.
and yeah, we don't promote banging your secretary either. We're not promoting that, but it just shows you the kind of wheelbarrow.
Guy's got
I mean?
some bravado.
Guy's got a lot of bravado. He ain't scared to go for 2 in the freaking secretary's office.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
ain't scared. Little Philly special.
Ain't
Hold
scared
my
to-
calls.
Ain't scared to go for 2.
Little Philly special on hold.
Hey, hold my calls. I'm gonna need you in here,
Close the blinds.
and then we'll get some ice cream.
Hey, what's some ice cream waiting next door?
Then we got some ice cream melting.
Cookies and cream good? Oh my God.
Hey, having a little fun here.
In case you missed the comment, J. Michael Tucci just informs everybody his balls are itching right
Yeah, well, Doug can scratch them.
now. So
Scratch
Full
up.
Steamin', did you know no team finished 8-8 last season? That's interesting. Wow.
I like it.
Is that real life?
That's a Cliff Clavin fact.
Yeah. Full Steamin' said Tomlin is overrated. I don't agree, brother. Todd
He's a
Womack.
good coach.
Did you all hear that the Cowgirls fans are tuning, or what did they say? What did he say? Tuning up. Oh, we didn't have tuning up that we didn't have Zeke voices. Todd says 2 or 3 in the top 5, so he's got him somewhere in the top 5. But that's interesting. That no team finished 8-8 last year.
Foolish Demon hit us early on with a no 9:47 start time.
9:47.
Yeah, they're used to the late ones, and I said no.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got, a little earlier this week.
A little bit.
Early edition.
Ralphie says John Gruden's never been a good coach, so he's anti-Gruden over there. Ralph. He's anti-Gruden.
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily anti-Gruden, but I can understand where he's coming from because he didn't really – I mean, he won in Tampa with Tony Dungy's guys. You know what I mean?
What is that argument, though? I hear it all the time.
Still
It's
won,
like,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Still won.
The personnel, you coach the personnel you have. And you're not the only guy to say that.
Did-
That's
did
that's
Tony
the thing that
Dungy
follows
win
him around.
Did Tony Dungy win with his guys?
Ralph said that yesterday, so that's the thing that follows him around. So, like, I mean, you don't need to explain yourself, but to me, that just smells like a dirty shoe. Like, that's silly to me. That's silly. You know what I mean? You coach your fucking personnel. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Right? Doug took over.
KYP.
Doug took over for Chip. I understand. Like, he fucking. There was a lot of changes and stuff like that, but you always precede somebody. You know what I mean? Like, somebody always gets canned or retired and
Yeah.
you take over. You know what I mean?
Did you do a better job than they did?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tony Dungy gets blown, and Gruden won with a team that couldn't get over the top with him. So you got to give him credit
Fair.
there. And then you got to see what he does in Oakland this year. They went out and got talent, and he seems.
I mean, I would
he
think
seems to be handling the Antonio Brown thing well, at least always on camera. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to play it down and sort of back his player.
He backed this guy, yeah.
Back his player, which
You got to
is-
do it at this point.
which is the smartest thing he can do right now. So I mean, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. But talking Eagles, fam, and you can vote on it if healthy. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC, and if you want to go a step further, are they the best team in the NFL on paper heading into this season? Can you go that far with it?
I mean, they're right there in the conversation.
Yeah, no, I know they are. That's why it's a great poll.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to say agree to that. I think they're the best team in the NFL right now. Going into it, that's what I think they are. It's close. I'm not saying it's not a.
To me, you got to beat him. To beat a man, you got to beat the man, and I would say the Patriots are the best team, but we're right there. I think we probably have more talent than the Patriots.
As long as 12's still around and
Yeah,
and
and Bill's
Bill's
still
still
coaching,
cashing checks, like I just, you know, I mean, I just
No,
I
it's
just
fair.
Can't do that.
It's fair to give it to him.
Do that, you know what I mean?
It's fair to give it to him. I'm just saying we're the last
Snapping
one.
necks and
We're the last one to beat them.
Of course.
So like my
Oh, yeah.
fear level to beat them isn't there.
Sure.
Makes sense. Like other teams have.
I mean, I'd
like
love,
my
if
fear.
we get to the Super Bowl, I'd love to not see them. That'd be
I would
great.
love to see him again. I want to see him again and beat him
I
again.
don't know. I don't want to see him again.
I want to see him again and beat him again and say, through this dynasty, we're the ones who kept smacking that ass. Right? We the ones
mean,
who
that
kept
would be
bending.
great.
We bent you over twice. You got us once, but we got you the last 2 times.
Eli twice too.
Well, oh yeah, you
yeah,
are.
so you'd be in the Eli train.
Yeah, but the last one.
The old Eli trade.
Yeah, on the way out the door.
You know?
The last taste.
Yeah,
What have
maybe
you
they
done for me
both
lately?
maybe they both go off into the sunset.
Right off.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't think Tom's going until they force him out. Like they're gonna have to change the locks.
46.
They're gonna have to change the locks.
Kyle, you're just reading off what AB said yesterday. That he doesn't need to play football. That's what you're telling us. He said he doesn't need to play football because he's got $30 million in the bank and everything's paid off.
That's cute.
That's great.
Yeah, have fun. I mean, that'd be great. Go have fun.
Yeah, don't play football.
Like, Raiders fans would be pretty upset, I think, but
I don't think he's not going to not play football.
yeah, I think he's gonna play.
This is just him not having to come to practice. This is what he does. He doesn't want to practice.
I think some of it's probably for Hard Knocks as well.
Yeah, this is who he is. He loves the attention. He loves the freaking attention.
Nobody's walking away from $30 million. You know
And what I love, we got a football team where there's none of that going on.
Like the doctor tells you, hey, you're going, you can't play anymore. Nobody walks away from that kind of money.
Nope. And there's nobody on this football team here
Guaranteed
that any of that kind of stuff's going on with. Everybody's in camp, right? There's none of the distractions here. And you listen to any one of these guys talk, it's all about the common good and the goal. And that's the hoist of Lombardi. So, you take that for what it is. But I think you got a bunch of guys who already have won together, and then the guys you've brought in have some chips on their shoulders. One that they haven't won, or a guy like Jordan Howard that was sort of saying, you're not good enough here. We like Tariq Cohen better. And then you got a guy with a chip on his shoulder. So, Deshaun, a guy who came back here to win. So, you start looking at them things. Dallas Goedert on the rise, So
couple castaways.
yeah, it's just a good mix. Like Nelson,
even guys-
Nelson on a contract, playing for a contract. Timmy Jernigan playing for a contract. So there's guys here that are playing for money. We know how that works out for guys. You usually get their best efforts. Not that them two aren't good effort guys, because they both are. But you expect to have your best year now. Like I expect Timmy Jernigan to have a monster freaking year, and nobody's talking about him because Malik's going to start. But I expect
Timmy gonna get time.
Timmy's going to be a man on a mission because he wants money.
Well, yeah.
And he's already good.
Not to exhaust that term, but, a lot of guys that are hungry. You know what I mean? Like, a lot
Hungry
of
dogs run faster.
A lot of guys that are hungry. You know what I mean? It's just, it keeps coming up, and, it was a great, rallying cry
I'm not over
that
it.
year, but it's like, no, you don't have to be over it.
No, I like the word. I like the phrase.
Yeah. You know what I mean? In pro sports, that's what you want to see. Too many guys are just cashing checks.
Yeah.
It's a breath of fresh air to see guys that, yes, they are playing to get paid. I get it. But, still they're in that.
But guess what?
It's a great culture. They're playing for the guy next to
You
them.
win 2 out of 3
They're
years.
playing for the guy next
You're
to them.
getting paid anyway.
I know.
From your book, from all your endorsements that come with it. If you're a free agent, you're getting buku dollars from somebody else.
Buku bucks.
Like Vinny did and the other guys did here that ended up leaving after the Super Bowl. So it's a win-win when you win it all for guys. I mean, ask anybody on the Patriots last 12 years. Deion Branch, like you go all the way back to the beginning of it, right? I mean, Deion Branch flat out got paid for them winning the Super Bowl and went to Seattle and stunk. And then had to go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it without Tom. And the list goes on. You want to go really back, Larry Brown. Larry Brown stunk. 4 balls went into his chest, or 3 went into his hands.
First off,
that I'm catching. I'm not running them for touchdowns, but I'm catching.
Neil threw one right to him.
Right to him. But got paid. So, I think if you can buy into that, like if we win it all for the guys that aren't team guys, we win it all. I'm getting paid anyway. I'm getting what I got to get out of it. And we're just so deep in spots. Running back was such a problem last year. It was a Bermuda Triangle. Of guys getting hurt.
Too many guys getting hurt.
And this year you're looking at it on paper and you're like, okay, it's a good group. It's a good group. It's top strong in my opinion between Jordan and Boobie, and then you get the Sproles effect for some touches. Corey probably in the way. Wendell just puts his head down and runs people over. He's making the team over Josh Adams that they keep a 5th. If they keep a 5th,
yeah, they're not going to keep a 5th.
but it all depends on the other positions. You know what I mean? On what
True.
they need, on guys who get hurt. Because you're not going to
And
know who
Wendell-
you're
Wendell's
keeping.
the special teamer. If, you know,
Yeah, you don't know who you're keeping until after week 4.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? The preseason, because you don't know who what injuries tie into what you need to keep.
I agree.
So like everybody's like, who they keeping? Who they keeping? You don't know. They don't know now. Like they have the ideas on who guys they want to keep, but they don't know because somebody gets hurt and you need another position. That means you can't keep a 5th running back. Whatever, you know. So, but I just like the way he runs, and I want to keep him over Corey just because Corey's can do too much out of the backfield for me that I liked having. But I don't like Corey as a running back. You know what I mean? I'd rather have Wendell if it came down to it.
Corey's
But
a
hopefully,
good special teamer
like we
as
talk
well.
about every year, we don't get to them. We don't need to get to them. The Jordan Boogie, or Booby, and freaking Sproles are enough. That you don't even need to touch them other ones. And obviously, you know, the wideout position's deep. Right? Tight end position's deep.
We're deep all across the board.
And, you know, Nate's only going to be out freaking until week 2 or 3 anyway.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
And if we're talking about Nate
Everybody's
Sudfeld,
freaking out.
that means we're not winning 12 games or 13 games, and we're not the best team in the NFC. Make sense, family? Okay? So anybody that got all up in arms about Sudfeld, A, B, C, or D, or backups, or needing a backup, okay, I don't need one, first off, because I'm not winning anything without 11. Okay? What happened 2 years ago never happens. Every, 20 years will happen to a team. Okay? It's not happening again to us. So just get it through your heads. Right? 11's got to be healthy. And if 11's healthy, we're getting to where we want to get to. And that's where it all ends right there.
Interesting comment here from Spells. He checks in.
Spells.
What up, Spells?
He first
Lunchroom
checks
talk.
in. He first checks in with my lunch table guy. What up? He asks, Sidney Jones has a bad season this year. Bash him where he gets a pass.
Bash.
Absolutely bashed.
Bash.
It's time for him to come play.
He's already semi-bashed. You know what I mean? He's already semi-getting bashed. He has to be the guy
It's time to come
that
play.
would have been a top 15 pick before the injury. Has to be that guy.
2 years later.
Yeah, you can't continue to talk young, can't continue to talk time, and if it's another injury situation, then guess what? You're just not strong enough body-wise to play in this league.
Yeah.
And it really ends up being that simple.
Especially when you're not, like you said, you're not a 7th or 8th, you're not a 6th, 7th rounder. You know what I mean? You were first round talent, you fell because of the injury, right? So now we're talking 2 years later. Now, can you play or not?
It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go.
Sink or swim, right? Yep.
Time to go.
So Jake Friel says this team reminds him of 2017 squad, blah, 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 in some certain ways. And Kyle comes in and says it's better than the 2017 on paper, and he's
I think
right.
he's right, yeah.
He's right.
I think he is right.
This is
We have more talent.
It's
on
a better
paper.
team. It's a better team. This team's loaded up in so many spots. Pro
Still
Bowls
got to
all
get
over
it done,
the place.
but we have more talent.
Yeah,
on
no,
paper.
I mean paper's just one thing. Then you got to go compete and play.
Yeah.
But with the talent here, I just don't see. I don't see how we're not winning the NFC East. I know Dallas is good.
Dallas is good.
And a lot's going to be determined by Ezekiel Elliott. All right, but I want the best playing. Make sense? I don't want to beat you without Ezekiel. Make sense? Right? I don't want that. I don't want that narrative this year. I want to beat everybody with their best. I don't want to beat New England in the Super Bowl without Brady. Right? He gets hurt and I got to go beat him without. You know what I mean? No, I want to beat you with your best. Because if I don't,
But
then,
you'll take it.
oh, I mean, if he's not playing and we go beat him twice, I'm not going to be mad about it. But I also would rather have the arsenal. I'd rather have the bullet in my chamber
Oh, of
saying,
course, yeah.
"Oh, we beat you with your best."
Yeah.
It's just easier because you know how these roaches do it.
I understand.
Yeah, I agree.
They're already setting themselves up like Todd Womack said. They're already setting themselves up to say, "Well, we didn't have Zeke." They're already there. You can smell them.
They're going to have Zeke.
A lot are hiding.
Yeah, Jerry's going to.
They're definitely going to pay him.
Jerry's not messing around.
No, I think they're going to have Zeke too. I'm just saying I want them to have Zeke because I want to beat them. I think we're better than them even with them having Zeke. I think they're damn good,
They're going to be
but I
good.
think we're
They're
better.
going to be good. Listen, we should have some battles with them this year because they're going to be a good team.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about, foolish? In college, you visit a girl who was sick in Children's Hospital every week. Not many people know about that. Who's he talking about? Gruden? I don't know who he's talking about there. Let me know, foolish.
Let me see if I can find it.
What do you say?
Maybe he's talking about Callahan. I don't know who he's talking about.
What do you say?
Somebody who's visiting somebody in the hospital. Nobody knows about that. I don't know.
No, I got you.
Kyle says, if everyone stays healthy, I don't see how we aren't at least in the NFC title game. No, I agree. What's Spiel's talking about? Daniel Jones sick for – here we go. Here we go. Calm down. Calm down.
Wait, what happened? What?
He's just all Daniel Jones up. He's spitting out
Dude,
his stats right
Don't
now.
let preseason fool you, Spells. You're not that dumb, are you? Come
Peter.
on now.
Oh,
We thought
Baker?
Your son.
Oh, Baker's the best, dude. I don't care. Baker, I'll go to freaking war over.
No.
I'm gonna have a monster year, so.
We'll see.
Look at you trying to be down, Mr. Darnold. Okay, how much you want to put on it that they're in the playoffs and he has a monster year? You're really going to question?
Cleveland's not making the playoffs.
Cleveland's not making the playoffs.
Yep.
How much you want to put?
$50.
Loaded.
That's it.
Where? $50.
Let's go 100.
Okay, 100. They're not making the playoffs.
Witness.
Yeah. Wow.
That's fine. They're not going to make the playoffs.
Well, because of
No, no,
Odell.
I meant-
you want to get on the Odell train, dude. The defense is flat out pimps over there
Well, we'll find
defensively, and
They got a guy that shouldn't be a head coach. He's never even been a coordinator in this league. He's going to fall on his face. Just watch.
Okay.
Just wait.
Okay.
Just wait, and then Landry and
No,
Odell
he's
are
going to fall in
upset.
the kitchen.
Talk about underachieving.
That was terrible.
I mean, if you
I
don't,
know.
That's what I'm here for.
if you don't win that
Cut
bad,
his mic.
I mean, if you don't win that bad, talk about talk
Oh
about
yeah.
underachieving.
That's
I
failure.
mean, they are loaded.
Load it up.
8-8.
After 8 games, fuckface comes back.
Second best quarterback
Jesus
in the AFC.
Christmas, right? I mean, Chubb is awesome. All right, after 8 games, fuckface comes back.
yeah, you forgot all about
understand?
that.
So you can whatever you think about him, which he's the scum of the earth.
Yep. He can
Fucking
run it
guy's
though.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
In field.
Pretty good running back.
Kareem Hunt pretty solid.
Woo!
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
solid.
And Baker, and
Shit.
to me, you know what? You know why Odell doesn't, to me, phase Baker? Because I don't think Baker gives a fuck. Makes sense? Like, I think Baker has so much swagger himself that he's like, he don't even care about, I want the, like,
Oh,
I
wasn't talking about Baker.
No,
I think
no.
he's going to be arguing with the coaches, like he always has.
I understand that, but I think there's so much other talent on this that he just gets, you know what I mean?
The sideshow.
And he's got a great quarterback throwing the football right now. He's going to get the ball, plenty.
I
You know
had
what I
a-
mean?
I had
He's
a
not going to have
rider-
issues like he had with Eli the last few years.
Plus, I
of
think
getting
that's
the football. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's
he's
a
getting
tough
the football.
division.
Certain
I think it's a tough division.
It is, but that team's loaded.
Certain guys are just cancers.
I
Man.
think it's a
Wherever
tough
they-
division,
wherever
man.
they go,
I know you're right with that. I just think because I don't know.
Certain guys are never happy. You know what I mean?
I just believe so much in that quarterback that I think he can override some of the Odell shit.
I'm
I'm hoping at least for,
I had a
for their
rider.
sake because I want
I-
Cleveland
I
fans
like
to
Pittsburgh
I want
winning
Cleveland
division.
fans to be in the playoffs. They deserve it.
I
Browns fans deserve to be in the
I
playoffs.
got Pittsburgh winning division. You know what I mean? People want to throw dirt on them, but
No, I'm right. I'm there with you. It's between them two with me.
David Roska, Brown
Yeah.
should go 4-0 in preseason. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I had a rider from Cleveland in the other day, and I asked him, it was a short ride, but I said, is the hype in Cleveland as big as it is around? He's like, it's unreal. He said, it's kind of exciting to be around, finally something good to talk about with the Browns. He said, but it's unreal with the hype that's going on right
Fall
now.
on your face
the,
talk.
the Parkman shake makes the women in Cleveland vomit.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be the beginning of it.
Well, here it is, Parkman.
That
Good old number one.
That Odell Beckham one-handed catch makes the women here in Cleveland go nuts. And then the end of the year when he talks his way out of it.
When
Makes
he's,
women here in Cleveland vomit
when he's punching and kicking that.
when he's punching nets.
All right, let me ask you guys this question, the
Mr.
family
Parkman.
out there. Offensively and defensively, we'll take Carson out of the equation. What guy do you say that we can't lose on the opposite side of football outside of Carson? What
I
other
don't
guy?
think there is a guy, but
What other guy can't we lose?
Lane Johnson.
Just
I
like
was just gonna say, to me, somebody on the line.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
one of
Lane
those line
Johnson to me, probably just because, even though I think, I'm assuming that Peters is probably going to get banged up. Peters is old. Peters
he'll
always
be in and
banged up.
out. We already know that.
But Dillard's looks like he's ready. I don't want to lose Lane, who's now probably the linchpin of our O-line, right? He's probably our best O-lineman, I would say. Maybe best
yeah.
tackle in football.
Best right
I don't-
one, yeah.
I don't want to lose him.
No, I agree.
Okay?
So I'll go somewhere different. I'll say D-Jack. You know, just because the ability to take off the top, it just allows
Opens everything up.
Everything's open. We know that. I mean, that's. It's a Joe Buckism, but you know what I mean. Like we know, thanks, Captain Obvious, but it's reality. You know what I mean. Like there's nothing better than a guy that can stretch the field. All right, and then when you got a guy like Ertz and Goddard that can sit in the middle, you know what I mean. Alshon can,
why I don't like going
can sit in
last.
the middle. You know, Alshon can sit in the middle. It's just
It opens everything up.
out of the backfield. You got Sproles out of the backfield. It takes guys with you. It's going to take.
That's why I think
it's gonna
Alshon
take
can have a
double.
monster year.
It's going to take a double team. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
ain't nobody covering him one on one.
And what does Ertz kill
ain't
you?
nobody covering him
And
one
what-
on
yeah,
one.
what does Ertz kill
now
you?
there's a cover two. Somebody's over the
Yeah,
top.
what does Ertz
Yeah,
kill you
somebody's
under the
gotta-
underneath
somebody's gotta
stuff,
be over
right?
the top.
Ertz kills you 15 to 20
We
if
should,
someone's over
we should have a
top.
ton of guys open. Goddard and Ertz should be running open all
But both
day.
of them were going to be either one of the two names that I was going to take too. I'll go with your side on the Lane Johnson just because I think he's the best right tackle in football. So it's one guy I don't think we can afford to lose. But the D-Jack's right there with it because what he brings to the table. Now defensively, what's one guy on the defense side outside of Fletcher, which is obviously a given.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
It's Malcolm.
Go ahead. You got
probably.
somebody else? You got somebody else on
I was
offense?
going to go Kelsey.
Okay.
Because I think although Lane is integral, I think there's enough guys, Vitae, Dillard, that are playing either out of position that you could slide over there for an interim. But I think Kelsey in the center being able to pick out and adjust that line to go the right way, I think
it's a good name. It's a great name. We sort of goes under the radar when we talk about guys on how good he is and how much he means to that whole core up there. So, definitely a great one. So, defensively, boys, outside of Fletcher, see Greg over there, he's like, well, I don't get a go.
No, I'm not in the I'm not in the chair anymore. I don't get a turn.
I don't get a turn. Defensively, outside of Fletcher.
You got the producer hat on, Greg.
Put your hand up.
All right, come on. I thought Mr. Versatility, Mr. Sean Rodriguez. I thought I was.
Yeah, I'm answering questions.
Swiss Army.
Doing everything over here.
Defensively, outside of Fletcher.
Sean Rodriguez.
Marwin Gonzalez.
Jake Friel said Kelsey as well.
I think he went Malcolm, right?
I'm saying Malcolm. I would say Malcolm. I mean, if you're not going to go Fletch, who's our best defensive player, to me, it's got to go Malcolm. He seems to run our secondary.
Yeah.
And listen, let's be honest. It's a throwing league.
Yeah.
It's a passing league. Guys are going to pass the football, and he's our leader back there, so we need him.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Zach Brown just because he's had such a problem, really, with linebackers over the years. You know what I mean? Just because Hicks couldn't stay on the field.
Chicken fried.
I really
Toes
expect him to have a big year, sideline to sideline. So
I'll go Barnett or Graham. It doesn't really matter to me. I can't have any of them DNs get hurt because it's not deep enough there. It's the one position out of all of them. Like even safety, Like you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose Malcolm, but like they're like at least you have a Sendejo that you can put in. That's at least like okay, he can play at a pro level. Like I don't want to lose Malcolm. You know what makes sense?
Yeah.
But like defensive end, like you got Graham, Barnett, Kerry, and I don't know. Right?
And then the cliff falls.
And it falls. Like them three have to be on the football field. And I don't want to pick all three of them, so I'll just pick one. But like them three have to be on because you're just not deep enough. And that the last 2 years it was something we didn't have a concern over. No. That even when like Graham was hurt last year, we had a lot of guys. Josh Sweat's not good enough. Yeah. I want to let the family know. Okay, not good enough. All right, you got to hope the Penn State kid's good enough. That at least be your fourth. I think Sharif can be.
Last year you were able to hear the horn. The horn was able to go off. You were okay when the horn went off. Sub.
Now I'm not. Like besides Vinny, like I'm like, oh shit. Right. Like Josh Sweat's now he'll probably some of these guys can play and eat up some time, but like, man, it's not
big third downs. They probably slide Fletch to DN, and then you get obviously then we're running with like 3D tackles then basically, but. Fletch is good enough that he can do that. So
you just have Sharif Miller is good enough to be your fourth, and it's not like a guy. It's a guy who can go get the quarterback a little bit. That's all you need. Josh Sweat, from what I saw in the first preseason game, was a guy who just got manhandled. And it wasn't quick enough to get around it. Sure. Arm game wasn't good enough. Hands weren't quick enough. The whole nine. I just didn't like what I saw. I like more what I saw to Sharif Miller. Now we're talking about the fourth guy. I get it, but the way we rotate defensive ends and how we want Graham and Barnett. And carry an older guy to be fresh as can be, later in the year, like we talk about when now you gotta run a bunch of games off in a row. Shit, I don't, I'm interested to see who that fourth's going to be. I'm very interested to see if they go outside this organization, right, and get something off the scrap heap, an older vet.
Well, that's what happens. After week 3 or week 4. You watch that
you watch that tape.
You watch that wire, that waiver wire.
See who's getting
usually
caught.
that guy's like might be the 53rd man.
We just got Eli Harold, didn't we?
You make an adjustment.
I don't know who that is, but I know that name. Why?
Because there's going to, and that's a good point by you, because there's going to be a handful of camp casualties for financial.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or just a rookie. Beat somebody out, a vet or something.
Yeah,
so
and we don't need them anymore
right
type deal.
Yeah. Don't want to pay
they'll be that fourth. They'll be that like Chris Long type of guy. Sure. That can go get the quarterback a little bit. That'll be on. That'll be out there. It might cost you a couple bucks, but I think it's definitely going to be a position. Eli Harold. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Why don't I not know enough about Eli Harold?
He was a third-round pick.
For us?
No, not from us. We just traded for him.
Oh, we just traded for him?
Is he the kid out of Boston College?
Okay, well, this makes me feel a little bit better.
I don't know where he went.
All right, he had 4 sacks last year. What was it? San Francisco, Detroit. He played at He's with the Bills. So we traded from the Bills, right?
Yeah, sent Ryan Bates to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman.
All right. I mean, he has 9 career sacks in 4 years.
He's going to Virginia.
I mean, he started
Start some games.
He started some games. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's another guy to bring in. Yeah.
no, that's fine. It's a body. But he's more of an outside linebacker.
9 career sacks. With,
Yeah, 6'3",
25
255 guy. I mean, not
25 career starts.
just a perfect pass rush guy on third downs. So that's all I was really looking for. But there's going to be more names out there. Now I think he makes the team if you go out and trade for a guy, regardless on what you give up. He probably makes the team.
Yeah.
So that's fine, and I'm all good for that because he started some games.
Wait, they
Drafted
traded
by-
Bates?
Yes, drafted by
Penn State kid.
Chip Kelly
Oh, was he?
in the third round.
San Fran?
Yeah.
Oh, so he might be a 5th rounder.
Yeah.
He said Joseph.
Did he play at Oregon? He played at Oregon too.
Virginia.
I know. I just assumed drafted family members.
Casey
again.
Matthews?
Thanks, Foolish. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
No, I know Moy can play a little DN, but again, I don't want to have to rely on them guys to play outside of their comfort zones on where they get their most pressure at. I want them 3 to freaking break down pockets all day from the inside out. We always talk about it. The best way for your DNs to get sacks is great D tackles that push the pocket in, and now everything breaks down. You got fast DNs. Nobody's getting outside the pocket.
Bottom
Game
line,
over.
no quarterback in the league likes pressure in their face. That's just the bottom line. You get how you rattle any quarterback in the league. Pressure up the middle.
Did Kasim play the other night? That's another guy.
I think he did a little
Terrell
bit.
could still get cut because they
Who?
signed Kasim Edibaldi.
I don't know.
Whoa,
Veteran DN.
that's a hell of a name.
Well, yeah, I like it though. At least this is the big thing.
Bring some competition.
Then when Joe left, because you're not going to not take that job, right? So when you have a young quarterback, a young running back, you have pieces there. You got you got a good young football team up there. So you're not going to not take that job. But my biggest concern was, which Howie do we get? Did Joe rub off on Howie enough? Because Howie, to me, always traded well, but struggled a little bit draft day. Always struggled a little bit draft day. Thought Joe's done a little bit better of a job, obviously, of draft day. So now I'm curious, how good is Howie at finishing off this roster again? Because something he probably hasn't had not full control over, because he has full control, but you know what I'm saying? He's had a few more hands and a few more mouths in there talking. How does he finish off this roster? I'm really curious to see too. In some positions that you're a little thin at, and that's the only one you're thin at, honestly. Corner, you're not thin.
Linebacker, you are.
Yeah, linebacker.
Because you got.
You have bodies, but do you have impact bodies?
Greg Edibaldi is the BC guy.
Ford can play.
That's what you were thinking.
Ford can play. LJ Ford can play.
Yeah, and
Just to confirm that. I watched enough of that. I know it's preseason, but I can watch a guy go sideline to sideline and make a tackle and say, okay, you can play enough. You're quick enough to play in this league. You get sideline to sideline. Okay, now you're my third linebacker right now. But I get Hill back. I think I got 4 good enough ones if healthy. But yeah, another position sweeps. You can't lose Nigel, right?
No.
You can maybe Zach Brown, maybe, but that's Hill's got to be healthy. You can't lose any of them guys. I mean, Grugier Hill was a hard enough loss, but at least it's not a season-ending one. And you have 3 other guys who can play the position.
True.
And Ford can take
And
over
I like
the special teams thing, because that's what he does good anyway.
Camus, and I think he's a really good special teams player as well. So it is a big loss, actually, because I like him. And I look like he was kind of taking a step forward to be a really solid player.
And Foolish is right. We're a nickel-based team, essentially,
Yeah, we play
which helps us.
We play a lot
We're
of
more
DBs.
of a nickel and a dime. And you know how
We
he
really
loves.
only play 2
Well,
linebackers
guys,
a lot.
we also forget this guy used to crush. I still crush Jim Schwartz about it, but this year I wouldn't have as much of an issue with it. Is he would play Malcolm in the box a little bit more, right? Where Sendeo gets on the field, maybe. So there's ways that
they got options.
you can move it
They
around,
got options.
which I expect him to do because they love playing him up in the box.
Yeah,
I don't.
Sendejo's
But I
typically
didn't like it when you didn't have a safety to
hitters.
play his spot. You can't play him up in the box if you don't have a safety to be able to play his spot.
Yeah, sure.
And now you have 2 essentially,
Yep.
because both of them are making the team.
Hey, we
And
always talk-
Cyprian and
and
Sendeo, yeah.
We always talk about it in every sport. Like, you use your personnel, KYP, know your
Yep.
personnel, and find a way to get the best guys on the field. Maximize your talent in that locker room.
Yep.
On your roster. So, in every level. That's
Boys.
that's what we've been telling Gabe for
Oh,
2 years.
we're trying to. Boys, great question here for you. And Ralphie doesn't ask many.
Ralphie.
Let me ask you guys this. What would you give up for Clowney? I'll start with a first.
Meatloaf.
Obviously.
But just remember, though, you have to sign him.
No, I know, but you're
Because
still
he's due some big money.
yeah, you're still going to have to give a first in there, signing them or not. You know what I mean? You still got to give a first at least as a starting piece, and then what else do you got to add in?
I don't know. I don't know if you because he's got to be signed, and you're going to have to invest the money. I don't know if the Titan or the Texans can afford to ask for a first. You know what I mean? Like you might be able to get away with like a player,
give him a third.
like a player and a third, or a player and a conditional third. That
You don't have to give him first, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, first they're valued so ridiculously high. Unless it's a quarterback,
All right.
you don't have to give him first.
I'll give it 2 and a 4 then. 2 and a 4 get it done.
I'll just give a third. I think a third gets it done.
I don't know what
I think
what
a
world
player-
you're living in.
I think
you
a
put the
player-
trades off of Madden.
Because they're not
You know
gonna,
what I mean?
But they're not gonna fucking re-sign him.
Yeah, but they're just going to give them away. They're a team that's competing right now.
Yeah, they would.
They're competing.
Well, when they start 1
You
and
got a good
4,
roster down there. Why would they just going to give them away to you?
when they start 1 and 4, you strike while the iron's hot.
I don't disagree with you, but I would rather get them now and get them in camp if I'm going to get
I
them.
mean, you can negotiate any way you want. I mean,
But I'll give it 2 and
Yeah,
a 4
I mean-
to try to get, if you think a 3 can get it done, then a 2 and a 4, or 2 and a 3. I'll give it 2 and a 3 today.
Yeah.
Right now, 2 and a 3. What do you want? Not the same year. But I'll give you 2 this year and a 3 next. Done and done. Done and done. I'll get picks away from players all day. That's why I said it first.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care. I don't care. I'll get Clowney.
I hear
Take
you.
the first. Because I got to save money too. I got to sign him. I'm not going to be able to afford first. And plus, I expect to be drafted 32nd. So it don't even fucking matter to me. You know what I mean? You really got a second. Size 1.
I expect to be drafted 32nd. Love
Yeah. I don't expect, if I'm going out and getting Clowney too with this roster, if I ain't trading 32nd, then I got to start calling for Doug's head. Well, I won't go for Doug. I'll go to Howie because he's usually the guy I like to freaking slap around sometimes. When things
you
are
always
going
did,
well.
yeah. You always did.
Well, I'm a Doug and Andy guy. Chip sold me for a year.
Doug gets a reprieve now for
Yeah, he's freaking
a
living.
5-year window.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
He's got a new secretary.
How's she look?
I don't know. I was just kidding.
Asking for
I was just kidding.
I was asking for the family.
Ken is
Ugly. She's ugly. The wife made sure of it.
the
What's
wife,
the new secretary
the
look like?
wife
Okay.
hired her.
What's
the
her
wife
name?
hired her.
Is her name Estelle? We're good.
In case anybody,
Spidey in the house.
Spidey talk.
in case anybody was
Dorsey?
wondering, Ken Azeri retired, the kicker.
At 28.
Chandler?
Chandler.
Chandler?
Too much wear and tear.
No clue.
Easy
Chandler.
money.
A lot of pressure. Yeah,
Easy money.
Lot of pressure.
I would love to be.
I'd be like Morton Anderson.
I would hate to be a kicker,
I'd be
but love to be a
48,
kicker.
buddy.
Yeah.
You'd be Morton Anderson, 1 bar. Let's go.
My uncle back in the day
go.
my uncle was an all-state punter, right? And until he was like freaking 48 when I would go to visit him in Dallas, he could literally still freaking punt a football, unbelievably high, ridiculously. But these guys are freaking freaks. He could still kick his leg all the way up here at like 50. And I'm like, what does that thing just get stretched out from the get-go?
50.
Like, how does that? Like,
50 years old.
Like, how does that get stretched out that well? Like, when you punter and kicker guys. Like, how does that get stretched out
Gotta remove
to where it never ends? Like, are you guys missing something in here
I can't-
that I have?
Gotta
Like,
remove
because this hurts right here. I'm trying to get it up. This is hurt. This is giving a little sting. Yeah, whoop. Like, did you just hit the fucking light up there? And guys can fucking stretch it. And they make cream. Think about how much money you make. Like, he's at Morton. You freaking kick to your 50. Just keep freaking kicking field goals.
Probably make $800K.
Yeah,
At
make it a
least.
couple, not that deep into it. You're making mills.
Couple mil, yeah.
You're making cream. Cody Park, not Cody Parkey.
Cash rules everything around me.
What's the freaking Jake Elliott? Jake Elliott's living the life.
Cream, get the money.
He's gonna make so much money. He's kicking forever.
Dollar bill, y'all.
One of Carson's games check. He's in.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Full Seaman says, to be honest, Tom Madden might not let you get Clowney for a third.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madden wouldn't. In real life, you can.
Yeah. He said that. Yeah. Who's the DM from Jacksonville, Todd Womack, that you'd rather get? Who's that?
Nagoku?
Is that what you're thinking about? I love Nagoku, but I don't think again. That's,
Adewale? Is that his name?
for
Slinging it.
Sendeo can play anywhere to me. He could play a little.
Stay hot.
He could play a little nickel linebacker because he'll hit shit. So
Yeah.
he could play it too. Because anybody that wants to get their nose, their beak wet, like we talk about, can play.
Sendejo will hit you. He will hit you.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of guys defensively that like to get up in, which I love. Now he's got to hope that Darby and Jalen get healthy. I mean, that's the big key there. Them two got to be healthy because then you are deep. Really, you expect Darby to get back week 4 to where he's comfortable, but Jalen's got to get ready to go. Like we need Jalen. I know some people out there get all upset about it. We need Jalen Mills. Like I can't go with. Sorry, I love Avante, but I can't go with Avante, freaking Sidney, and freaking who you know what I mean?
Rasul.
Like Rasul. I need to be like the comfortability of being like, okay, we're 4 deep. Just because of how many injuries he had last year.
Yeah,
and his red zone, presence is so important to what we do defensively. No, I want everybody to be healthy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know people are like, I don't care about Jalen Rasul's better or Avante's better. But I want all of them. I want all of them ready to go.
I'd like everybody to be healthy, yeah.
Trying to win Super Bowl here. I'm not just trying to win the NFC East or even just the NFC. If I want to win it all, I got to be the deepest team.
Yeah.
I got to be the healthiest. All right? Because that year where it was unhealthiest, that doesn't happen a lot. Okay?
Yeah,
so don't expect the freaking captains to be going down
You can't
like
be
it's
thin,
their job to get hurt.
Like we talk about.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
It's a passing league. You can't be thin back there. You know what I mean? So that's where you got to have your most depth. Really,
The more guys you can run out there, the better.
Yeah.
And it allows.
Fresh to death.
I mean, listen. Hopefully, Sidney becomes the Sidney Jones we thought he could be, and that changes that whole secondary for the next fucking 5 years.
Go time.
Right? Like if he's as good as we thought he could have been, that whole secondary changed for the next 5 years because you have a lockdown corner. There still isn't that lockdown corner here. Chucks can try to sell me on Avante Maddox. He's not a lockdown guy. He's not a guy you can put on a freaking island and say it's all you. You know what I mean? At least Darby was a guy when he was healthy. You could island him a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's nobody else on this roster that's island worthy, and that's in the red zone and it's Jalen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody can say Darrelle Revis essentially. I'm gonna put you over here, and nobody's beating you. That's what Sidney's got to be. He's got to be the guy that you can put on the right or left side and say, I don't got to roll coverage over that way. He's that good. Because that's the guy I saw in college. Like, what the fuck happens to some of these guys? Like, I saw a guy that could D you up, get up in you from Jump Street, pressure you with his hands, move his feet great, had a great knack to finding the football, right? And then he gets to this level, and obviously the Achilles set you back a year. But last year had to be better for him. And again, more injuries creep in.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if it's the talent, it's just the injuries. Like, I can't even say he can't play. He just hasn't been on the field enough to play.
Yeah.
So best availability is availability.
Yep.
Well, be available, Sidney, and I expect a better year.
I'm expecting a good year out of Sidney. And like who said it earlier, like this is he doesn't have any more of a leash to me. This is the year he's got to be good this year. Otherwise, maybe you got to move on.
Would you be willing to trade for Jalen Ramsey? I already know you got your guys' answer.
He's cost too much and he's a headache. I wouldn't. A hell of a player, but.
Pootie Tang. What up, Pootie?
What up, Poot?
And unfortunately, Sidney was really good in the slot. He played well in the slot last year.
Yeah, I thought he did.
I thought he did too. So, I mean, I know we're crushing a little bit.
When
but
he played.
Again, he shows the signs of being able to play.
A lot of glimpses.
Yeah, I need you to be consistent. Everybody wants to talk about Carson and all these other, different guys. Like, that's the guy I drafted high. Yeah. I can't.
Very small sample size.
If
right?
you want to be
it
successful.
It excites you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like like we said earlier, take the next step.
Yep.
That's it.
If you want to be good in the NFL as a team, you have to nail picks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and especially one like that falls into your lap. Right? If it falls in your lap, you got to nail it. It's not a high risk. It's not a low risk, high reward pick because you picked them in the second. You still use a second round pick. Them guys compete. Them guys play in this league. There's a lot of Pro Bowl second rounders. So I don't care that it was a low risk, high reward type thing. The reward's got to start coming. Because I'm going to come. Don't let me start with you, Howie. Talk about Super Bowls. No,
Here we come.
Howie's done a great job, though. Honestly.
He has done a good
job. He's made a lot of things I thought he made mistakes on early on in his career at that level. I thought he's gotten a lot better with.
Soon as they
knowing holes was the biggest thing.
He doesn't sit on his hands.
As soon as they took his power away, he found himself.
Yep.
He found himself, and when he got it back, he's shown it.
He's made adjustments. We talk about this whole
closet was really dark.
Yeah. This whole organization.
He was like Craig James' kid. They locked him in the utility room. Didn't have lights on.
Like Leach.
Leach.
Did you see
Hillary?
Did you see him doing a belly flop with the kid with his team?
Yeah, Leach. Oh, Leach, he's out there.
He's classic.
This whole organization, though, as a whole, has made adjustments.
Of course.
Everybody, top to bottom. Because what will you say about this team even under Andy years and after, that there'd be certain holes that they never knew how to fill. Never knew how to fill. And I think what he said after he lost his power and came back, he learned he learned how to fill a lot of holes that he didn't fill before, like running back. Running back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wide receiver, running back, like a lot of things that they didn't fill right. Linebacker, right? You go get Nigel. You know, you fill things that you never really put stock into.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, you can't draft a linebacker well, then you got to go be able to sign one well.
Yeah,
it's got to be one or the other. If you're not good at one
was-
thing, then you have to realize, hey, we don't draft linebackers well. We don't draft safeties well. Well, then you got to sign them well, right? And know your strengths. In the draft has always been this organization going back as long as I can remember has always drafted offensive linemen for the most part well.
Yeah.
Or at least when they drafted them high, they didn't
part
miss.
of that was because of Andy, because he's
Besides the firefighters.
Yeah,
Besides Danny Watkins.
Not only was it, part of that was Andy.
Not only was
because
he a firefighter, he was Canadian.
Andy looked at it like
Canadian firefighters.
like everybody else, next man up.
They don't even have fires up
Like I
there.
don't have to pay Trot. I'm okay. Like I can get somebody else to come in here and fill those spots. So.
Cold enough the wood doesn't even burn.
No, Howie has done a wonderful job, Ralphie, you're right. Yeah. But there was a point of time back in the day he didn't do this stuff well.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's 100%.
And I used to be on him, and he's grown.
But look at, Sweeps, you brought it up, the wide receiver position, right? Look back in Andy's time. When was the wide receiver position ever deepest than it is right now?
Never.
Like, the year we went to the Super Bowl,
Well, wasn't.
You had Terrell Owens,
we're
and that was
deep.
it.
Yeah.
Seriously deep.
And
You know what I mean? But now
it made
you
them
had-
guys look better because you had T.O., obviously.
Right.
So now, like, Pinkston and
Nah.
freaking and Freddie look like they can play, and they really couldn't. And I hope Freddie Mitchell's listening because you couldn't play. You stuck.
First down, Freddie. He's got the belt.
Full team said we drafted Andy Villanueva, right?
Yeah, he's a stud, though, in Pittsburgh, though. Alejandro Villanueva.
We did draft him, yes.
Is he in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, I thought he was.
He's a solid player, yeah.
I think Chip, not shocker, was the one that gave up on. I think Andy drafted him,
Okay.
but he was a
He was an
project
Army
when we
guy.
drafted
Well,
him.
he was an Army guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he would come back from the Army.
And
He
Chip-
wasn't.
The one thing Chip did half decent was draft well.
Yeah.
I mean, he drafted okay. I can't, he didn't do anything else well. But he drafted semi-decent. Well, he had a lot of high picks early on, too. Like, he can't miss Lane Johnson. He can't miss
And
Ertz.
Yeah.
I think he got Ertz in the second round that
Yeah.
same year. And that was his first draft, wasn't it?
That was a good
think so.
draft.
Yeah,
That
his
was a good
first draft was freaking like, huh. And then he talked about all them guys afterwards, and I went 6 to midnight. Like, he's talking about big guys beat up on small guys. I said, oh, my God, he's so right.
Tom-
The smartest guy in the room. Look at him.
Tom had a love.
Big guys beat up on small guys. I knew it. I've been saying this.
Tom had a love affair.
Kid,
For a year.
Tommy
was,
Shorts
Tom
moved.
was drinking protein shakes,
Tommy
walking
Shorts
around.
moved.
He was walking around. He had his shirt tucked into his gym shorts. He was
Never.
all pumped
That with the whistle.
with the whistle, walking around, walking
Were you getting full 8
around.
hours of sleep?
Jamie Foxx.
Listen, he sold me the first year, man. What do you want me to tell you?
Were you
He
getting your
was like,
proper sleep?
He was like Coach Hines.
Don't you start lying either, because he sold you the first year, too.
I was sold too.
We were like,
I was drinking a shake next to you.
We used to go faster than everybody.
You were picking me up.
faster
You
than
were picking
everybody.
me up. We were singing "Kumbaya" in the car.
We're like, we're so right. If you score more than the other team, you win. Like,
And then he came in. It's Washington Redskins Monday night.
Oh,
and
my
We
God.
absolutely shit on the Redskins' chest. We're running plays every 7 seconds. We're like, oh my God, we're so good. We're so good. We're so good. And then it was.
everybody's getting tired on the defense, and then the thing switched, and everybody got tired on our defense within 2 years because we were on the field too much.
Yeah. Absolute. Clan, when you talk about your all-time biggest backfires, whew. Me and Tom, we can't find a loss on the schedule.
That's why we don't like preseason anymore.
I don't even want to talk. That's why I don't even want. We don't even talk about preseason. People want to talk about preseason. I don't want to talk about anything.
I can't.
I distinctly remember Sammy Sleeps throwing all over Green Bay, and me
Oh
and
my
Tom,
God,
me
that
and
was
Tom
in the-
calling each other, just boned up. Whoa! Did you see Sammy out there? He might have 100% completion percentage on the season. He might not throw an incomplete pass all year.
Dimes. Spotting dimes.
There's so much talent. 7 seconds to run a plays. We got Sproles. We got that. It was a mess. We stunk. And actually, we probably would have been a playoff team if Sam didn't get hurt that year.
Yeah.
Because we were winning that Miami game and he got hurt. Remember? We were winning that Dolphins game and then he got hurt at halftime.
Shit fell apart.
And I was at that game. And he said, yep, this is why I don't go.
I was there.
Ralphie says Howie, when he was in the dark room, he was like the oh crap, where'd it go? He was like the dude from the Benchwarmers who's scared of the sun.
Yeah, he didn't have windows in that
Nick
office.
Swartzen.
There was no office. There was no windows in that office. All right, fam, we're going to take a break. On our side, we're going to come back. We will absolutely freaking hammer the Phillies, like we love to do, around the MLB, and crumb of the week. So all that on the other side. We'll continue to take Eagles questions, comments, excitements, concerns. I know Ryan said Super Bowl or bust. He just chimed in. So I want to ask the family. I want to ask the family on the other side: is it Super Bowl or bust for this football team? Greg's got our volume on over there on the computer.
Yeah, he does.
Sam.
What a problem.
Yeah,
I think it's
First time talk.
I mean, how many times can you tell guys first time?
I think
First
that's
time
it.
when it's your 100th.
I think
you know
that's
what I mean?
I think that's every year though, Brodo. If you ask me, this is a football town. You know what I mean? It is. It's Eagles. It's an Eagles town. So
We're going to ask that question on the other side. We'll hammer the Phillies. Another must-win game tonight, and they're all must-wins at this point.
Yeah,
in a way, like I don't know what else to say. I know I'm frustrated. I know the boys are frustrated.
Got about 44 must-wins in a row.
So it's going to be an uphill sledded.
peel them off.
Peel them off. Peeling the layers
Family.
off like Antonio Brown's feet.
Just so you know, we are live, obviously, every show here,
Gonna
Facebook, Twitter,
take
Instagram,
30 wins
YouTube.
to get this done.
But our podcast family out there loves the podcast. We are Spotify, Spreaker, SoundCloud, and the one we just got approved for was Google Play. So we are one.
So hop on.
So once another one just approved, and the other ones like iTunes and all of them. All the rest of them are working on approval, and once they're approved, we'll be there too. So we're everywhere, family. Stay tuned for the second half.
Can't turn your head without seeing
It's going to be a lot of energy. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC.
Thanks.
Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com.
Thanks to Wilson, Christy, and B. You're watching on the TV. Let's go.
Let's go.
YouTube.
First thing Will's ever done for our family here. First thing he's ever done.
That's not true at all.
First thing he's ever done.
That is not true. Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him lie to you, fam.
Hi, ladies.
I love when you found out that night. So excited, like, oh my God! and I was doing the same thing with my TV upstairs because
I was like this in the basement.
Yeah.
When he fucking came in, I was
I'm like, I
this
think
guy's
if you got a smart TV, I'm pretty sure you can get it. And
Yeah.
you're like, there, that's why you're the best. That's why you're the best. That's why they call you the best.
He even told us about the sales and everything. I'm like, where'd you get these at again?
Just got 2 of them. Big sale. Big sale.
Like I got one that's like 4 years old upstairs, like upstairs in my bedroom, and she was watching something down here, so I was doing the same thing on my phone. I'm like, this is a mess. And I'm like, I know and then I went up there and like the YouTube app didn't open, just like the search bar. I'm like, this is gonna take 2 days. And then finally I was like, I'm gonna go buy the TV he just bought. It's time for the TV. And then finally the YouTube like app came up, and I'm like, oh okay, now
there we go.
Now it works.
And there we go.
We're back. Agree to disagree. A2D Radio. See you in a few.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
No, I tell you what I do with my phone. At a certain point of night, I get it far away from me. Yeah, I get it far away from me at a certain point.
Unreal.
Because like I gotta give like my wife a little bit of attention. You gotta give her a little bit. Like if not, I'm just out on my phone too much. I try to put it down sometimes. It's good. It's good for you.
It's good for you. Healthy.
It is.
Therapeutic.
It is. I guess. I like looking at it more, but not than her, right? Yeah. Confirm that.
This is talk.
Yeah. Should I leave him in the studio like everybody else does? Is that lowered?
Jesus.
Were we live this whole time?
Yeah. Probably.
You're a crumb, dude. How about a point one time? Like, who are you?
I said going hot.
Who are you? Like,
I never heard
who
going
are you?
hot.
Like, when we
I didn't
started
hear it.
this show, I didn't even get one of these. I couldn't even get a freaking.
Just remember the Titans. I didn't hear it. Swear to God.
Yeah, I couldn't even get a point. I had to guess when that was low enough. I had to gauge it. I could have said so many things.
I said going hot.
No, you didn't, because he's close to you. Didn't hear you. All right, it might be the crumb of the week now.
What else?
We'll get into that later on. Around the MLB, Phillies frustration.
Milwaukee of the week.
Eagles expectations we talked about. It's Agree, Disagree. Only on A2D Radio and A2D Live from the Real Talk Studios. Every Sunday, this is where we come from. Following us, you get your little wrestling fix in this very ring, Jackson Ritz. I believe 5 o'clock. They'll be live. And they're only live
Jackson Ritz, get
for our
your
YouTube
fix.
and Twitter family. They are only live on Facebook Live right now. We're working on
SummerSlam Day.
We're working on
Is
that.
it SummerSlam Day?
We're working
Okay,
on
yeah,
that.
big day for in
Today,
this very
baby.
ring.
We're working on getting them
freaking
over
Rollins.
to YouTube as they get more devices and they're able to pull it off on their end. So we're getting there with that. But Eagles expectations, our poll question, you can still vote on. If healthy, the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. Do you agree or disagree with that? And obviously, we're back on Instagram now for the second half. YouTube, we're still here. Facebook, we're still here. So you can still vote. YouTube, if you don't know how to freaking vote, it's up in the right-hand corner. All right? Wake up. Okay? Go click on it.
Act like you've been there before.
Yeah. Don't be Greg. Okay? Act like you've done some things before. Mr. Utility. This is Sean Rodriguez. What happened in the second half of Sean Rodriguez?
You guys threw the Sean Rodriguez on me.
You said you were fucking Uncle Utility. You know what I mean?
Am I not here? Is
Versatility.
everything going good?
Yeah, I mean, everything's been fine. You've done a good job.
Okay.
That's loose.
That's what versatility means. It's not great. You're not great at anything. You're just good at a lot of things.
We just lose power?
Yeah.
Something's happening
Sunny
over there.
day, by the way.
Sunny day. Waking
Making
up. Clouds away.
I don't know if we're even on
Just
Are we still live?
Facebook. We're not going to have volume because the mixer went out.
What in the shit?
It always happens to us.
Unreal.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Uh-oh.
And we're back. Are we back?
Fire up! I don't know.
Fire up!
I got
As he, as I was just
You might have
gonna
to turn the
I
mixer
want to
back
say that
on.
in case we're on, but I mean, as he was puffing himself, the power went out.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing a great job. Poof.
That was
Too
God,
much juice.
That was God telling us
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a lie.
Smacking you in the nose with a newspaper. That's enough out of you over there.
What have I done wrong today? Zoop, there it goes.
Using that term loosely over there.
I don't know. I
Loose
don't
lips
know.
sink ships, Greg.
Yeah, I don't know if the volume's on that. So you might check Facebook, Greg.
You might have to hit that. Look,
We know, Jake.
Every once in a while, we want to see if you guys are
the
still paying
modem is
attention.
blinking, so may have to
No,
make
that's
that
turning
or
it back
something.
on.
Okay.
We just have to get the mixer connected back to Facebook.
Are we still live? At the
Yeah,
moment?
yeah, we're live everywhere.
Oh, all right.
We got
We're
censored.
good through YouTube.
We got censored real quick. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
What happened? How did that happen?
I don't know.
Was it like a power surge?
Yeah.
Zuck
Yeah,
did something.
Zuck. We got zucked. Fuck, we got zucked. This sucks.
Oh my God, we know.
Got him.
Mother Goose. Fucking Dr. Seuss over there.
What the fuck?
Anything else, Rhyme? That's great. Shit.
Yeah, we will. Yep. Yeah, yes, we will.
You laughing? What happened there?
That was I just got you.
Echo Gate. This guy. Amazing. Cannot believe. I mean, you can't script that any better. Guy was absolutely puffering himself, and then the old active guy just went, Zapzilla.
It's like Greg was reaching for a candy bar, and his mom was like, nope, nope,
Not before dinner.
nope. You'll ruin your supper.
It's 10 o'clock at night. I don't care. No.
Oh, shit. Technical difficulties for anyone that
Yes,
still hears us.
if you're still here. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Phillies play tonight, so that should be awful.
Game 4 of the
Shaky Jake on the mound.
Game 4 talk. And I got to have.
Game
and
4 looking for a split.
And I got to have.
Gotta have it. Kinda need it.
I'm fucking with you, dude. Grow a sack.
Embarrassing.
Another time. Act like you've been there.
Your lack of professionalism and your softness is
It is
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
Charmin over there.
So everybody over on YouTube, so you knew power blew out in one spot of the studio. So what happened is our
Human error.
Yep. Blame it on Greg. Blew out on one side of the studio. So obviously on Facebook, we lost the mic for a second, and it wouldn't connect back, and it was just frozen. So we're YouTube good. Everybody over there, obviously you've heard us this whole time. It's been fun. A lot of blame game, a lot of pointing fingers.
Yep.
We're not here to blame it on anybody.
It was like a dance. That was synchronized couching. Right
Yeah, look
there.
at him. He's
We all went.
He finally got a single. He finally hit a single. Look at him. He finally hit a single. Look at Sean. Look at Sean Rodriguez over there. Look at Sean. Look at Sean. Phillies frustration, family. It's time to vent. This baseball team has been the
shit.
definition of inconsistent. This lineup defines mediocrity. This is what they've been.
It's really bad.
Been mediocre at best. No timely hitting. No adjustments. And it's been series after series now. All right, this is the team that's played terrible. You're going back to the middle of July and August since the All-Star break. Terrible.
Since
Not
June.
it.
Since June.
No, I'm just making a point, though. Since the break where you got to make your run, they've been terrible. They've been terrible. With nights or days where you get good efforts on the mound, you don't hit, or vice versa. That's the definition of not being good enough, right? Like, at some point, one of the two have to carry you.
And you're only in it, like you said, because the National League
Stinks.
It stinks. And two of the teams that are now in it were so bad. Right? If they were just average,
Yep.
like if the Nats were average in the beginning and the Mets were average in the beginning, they'd both be running away with the wild card right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the fact that they were such fucking buns
Kept you in it.
Kept you in it.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, they're half a game out. Do you watch it with your eyes?
Yeah, we think.
Like, if you watch it with your eyes, you say, okay, this is the lineup that you expected to average 4.5, 5 runs a game, right? You expected it. So much pop. You had additions to, like, a Dickerson in your lineup. You're like, okay, this lineup should score like it did with McCutchen, right? It's just not. And all I see throughout it is the same bad approaches, right? There's nobody changing something up. Harper did for a second with his hands, at least. Like, at least you saw a guy say, okay, at least you saw something change. But, like, I'm just saying.
He says he's trying.
Trying, yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're
you know,
trying.
Stuff, man.
I don't think they're not trying. It's just not
superstitious.
working, and it goes back to Gabe. And I'm sorry, everyone wants to say, how's this on the coach? How's it on the coach? Well, tell me guys that we had here last year. Carlos Santana looks pretty good again, doesn't he? Yeah. He looked like he was pretty
Could
lost.
use him to break
Looked like
something right now.
Looked like he was pretty lost last year.
We'd love
here,
for him to break
you know?
a fortnight. You know what I mean?
Reese can't doesn't need a day off. I mean,
Reese can't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat right now.
I mean, come on.
And he's in a lot of boats and a lot of water in the
lot
Bay
of boats,
Area.
a lot of
So, I
boats.
mean, he can fall out easily.
Maybe you should send him into McCovey Cove.
A ball, he won't hit a ball there because he can't hit a ball away. It's disgusting. Like, Samardzija is living away from you, bro. Like,
I mean, sometimes you need a mental day. You need a mental day. You know what I mean?
Well, you haven't been good enough.
Something. We want guys. Listen, we love guys that play every day. All right, but
I love that
sometimes
JT
when you're struggling, you need a mental. You need to decompress, man. You need a mental day.
I love that JT, Reese, and Harper want to play every day. I love that out of them three. Okay, but Sweeps is right. Like, sometimes you need to go watch it for a second. And just watch from the outside for a minute. And it might need to be a day. And you come back rejuvenated a little bit and missing the game of baseball for a second. Because that's what happens in these guys. They play every day.
Granted.
Yeah, you play every day.
I'm going to be in the 2-hole. I'm going to be in the 3-hole.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the 4-hole. Right? And you're not performing. So, how about you want it? I mean, how about, I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying, but how about it's got to be something that matters to you. It's got to be that you got to take pride in it.
Yep.
Right?
Segura hasn't been good enough recently.
Everyone's
defense not good enough. So that's where my head was really at with it.
Yeah.
More so than the bat.
Boots this week.
Yeah, it's just not. You can't.
He's batting cleanup.
Well, you think that doesn't affect his fielding?
Batting cleanup.
Think that doesn't affect his fielding?
I think it probably does.
No, he's made errors before that. I'm just making the point that now we're going back to the juggle. We're going back to the juggle act. Right, and we're just going to throw things against the wall, and we're going to see if they stick. Like you're going to lead off your guy you're going to it worked one night for you, but you're going to lead off the guy that has the most RBIs on your team.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're doing.
If
you really want to get cute with that, lead off Reese. Like lead off Reese if you're going to get that cute. Lead off Reese.
Somehow Sean Rodriguez worked a walk, and so it worked out that Buffer came up in a good spot. Otherwise, they fucking walking.
Well, no, that's why I was going to text you because you had said that Stuart Rat's not going to bunt here. He can't bunt
he can't because then they're going to
walk
him.
Harper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he just happened to be that the way
worked
the
the
lineup,
walk somehow.
the way the lineup went that day, and then Watson left the slider middle in that he can leak.
And I only know you only bat in that position one time. I know you only bat in that position one time.
First off, 450. That bubble was like 490.
But
that fucker was ripped.
It's a mindset, right? Like I know you only bat in that position one time, but it's a mindset one, and two. Like that first time through a lineup matters. Like we're not taking that into consideration in our analytics. Like what about the first time through? Like you're worried about they only bat that position one time, right? Would be the argument to that. But okay, what about the first time through? That doesn't matter. We never score runs early. So that doesn't matter. We'll hit a solo home run. What do you fucking do? Like it's like everything that he does and puts together backfires on him.
Well, they're not
you know what I mean?
They don't turn the lineup over enough for it to matter. You know what I mean? There's no production down there. There's no production anywhere.
It's not baseball.
No production anywhere.
Because nobody has roles anymore. We're back to a rolless. We're back to a rolless lineup. Like nobody has roles in the lineup. Like we talked about, you need to know what. Like Jimmy talked about it, and you can agree or disagree with Jimmy, but the facts remain. That, I have a different job in the 1-hole and the 3-hole. I have a different job. He talked about, mentally that it felt weird him batting in the 3. And whatever that means, I'll take it for what it is because most pro players say that shit. So I'll take it as, okay, not gospel, but that's how these guys feel.
Bottom line is
and the game hasn't changed
it's a comfort.
that
it's
much
a comfort
in 10 years or 8 years since Jimmy really played in this league. You know what I mean? It hasn't changed that much where it's like it doesn't matter to a guy. Are you kidding me?
It's a comfort thing.
It is. Like my job in the leadoff hole was definitely different than my job in the 2, 3, 4,
and you know
5,
what your
right?
job is
it's
going
completely
in
different
every
job.
day. This is my job. This is what I'm expected every day.
We had the same show last
when you
year.
start juggling, when you start
sick.
juggling, it's what we do.
I'm sick. We had the same damn show last year.
Listen, it's Groundhog's Day, dude. It's fucking Groundhog's Day. The American medical profession doesn't know where aneurysms come from. I'll tell you where they come from, okay? They come from when you wake up and you see this lineup that Gabe puts out there and you're like, I can't believe this lineup. And then he does it every fucking day in a row. Then you think you're at work. You're not at work. You're thinking about Gabe's lineup. You think you're shopping. You're not shopping. You're like, what's he going to do to the fucking lineup today? And at the end of the week, they find you dead in your fucking bathroom, okay? Because this dude is losing. I'm losing my mind. I can't even watch him. It's insane. It really is. I hate him so much. He has to be fired. If he's not fired, I don't even know if I can watch him next year because I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. The same thing's going to happen. We'll start hot. We'll fall apart. He's got no answer. He'll keep putting crazy lineups out. We'll miss the playoffs.
So you tell me at home if you're good with this lineup. Harper,
It's insane, dude. It's
Hoskins,
insane.
Dickerson, Segura, Realmuto, Hernandez, Kingery, Hazley, Velasquez. You're good with that? Or you're good with him batting the freaking pitcher in the 8-hole? You're good with these little things that he tries to tweak that don't work? Like, they don't work. You've not got your team out of a slump by these lineups. Okay, one night Harper came out and drove the ball for you, and you got lucky. Right? Besides that, it hasn't worked.
Yep.
So none of your little tinkers work. So who does that get put on? That blame gets put in one spot. That blame's on one guy, and his coaches, and the guy that he brought in, the guys that he trusts to handle the pitchers and the hitters. It all comes together. It's a big spider web, right, of guys that should get fired.
You're the guy that's driving the ship. I mean, he can't say it any more clear for the people in the back, right? That you want to call them apologists, whatever you want to call them, right? We're just trying to give you, we're just trying to give you a blueprint of like that's how sports works, right? You can't fire all 25 guys, right? That's not. So of course we want to hold players accountable, right? But it's not how it works. All right, coaches are the guys that have to answer for it.
Yep.
That's just the way it is.
Great coaches change organizations. Great coaches don't consistently have collapses in the months of August and September. Charlie Manuel and his baseball teams got hot this time of year. All the time. Through our runs, this is when they turned it on. Right?
Hitting weather.
Yep, they would get through the beginning, right? Right? They would just get through the beginning. They wouldn't be terrible, but they would just get through it. And as soon as
we still got 45 games left.
Yeah,
that being said, but does anyone think we're going to make a run? Because I don't.
And I thought the other night was a lie, right? So the other night was DeMarco Murray again. It was a lie. It was we're gonna finally hit the cover off the baseball. We're gonna drive some balls. We're gonna score some runs. We're gonna hit with runners in scoring position, whatever, right? And it was a lie. Yesterday was a prime example. It was a fucking lie. I'm tired of being lied to by this baseball team. This entire organization, it was lies in the all season that carried over to more lies at the trade deadline. It's all been lies. It's stupid money that then we don't want to trade guys to win games. What is it? You can't have both ways. You can't spend money and then not want to win. Okay? You can't have it that fucking way. Yeah. This game's simple. All right?
You were in position to make changes at the deadline, and you made little menial ones that went like this. Didn't do anything on the Richter scale.
No, one move did it.
All right? When we and meanwhile, somebody in your obviously the Braves were leading, but a team that was out of it, and everybody laughed at it and said, "What are the Mets doing?" And I was one of them. What are you, Stroman? What are you guys doing?
And they've lost one time since then.
They won time. They were like 16 of 17.
You know what they did? You know what they did? It changed.
They said, "Yo, we're still going."
Got excited. Yeah,
it changed the mindset in the clubhouse. Like, oh, we're still trying to win.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody got dealt. All right, they're trying to win.
Yeah.
All right, what do? We didn't. Corey Dickerson's the only move that you're like, okay, that's a try to win move. Besides that, in your biggest needs, you said, oh no, fucking Drew Smart. Just stop it. Just stop it. That's disgraceful to the guys you went out and got this all season. That's a slap in the face to every one of them players that you went out and got in this all season. It's a slap. It's a fucking slap. It is. There's no other way to explain it. There's no other way for me to go about it. It's disgusting. It's disgusting that that's the moves you make. and you want to blame it on prospects. I don't know what you don't even want to bring up prospects. So what do we know? What do you care about prospects for? Trade them all. We'll trade them all. When you're ready to win, you trade prospects. That's how the game goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay? So you can't have it both goddamn ways because you want to be cute and try to act like New York. I said it this all season, and I said it a million freaking times. If you want to be the Yankees or the Red Sox, you sign both of them. Okay? You want to be a top 5 market, walk and talk like fucking one does then, okay? Because then you're not. Right? You're not. You can't be in the conversation as them teams ever because you had an opportunity this all season when it never happens to act like one of them teams. Right? Bryce Harper, definitely like Sweet talked about the needle. It definitely needled us, right? But imagine both. Or imagine Harper and Keuchel. Right? Then you're acting like a big boy. Houston acts like a more big boy than you do.
Yeah.
Okay? Grow up. Sick of it. John Middleton, all right? Where are you at? Where are you at in this? Because you wanted to be on the flights and you wanted to be talked about with the Harper and all in on Harper because that was your guy. Yeah. Where are you now?
They were worried about years with those two pitchers. It's like everybody was worried about years with those two guys. It's like you can dump those guys. If you're not winning now in the next 2 years, like you can still get some value for those guys. And if you eat the money and you can get out of the last 2
if you
years
draft
whatever
well
it was,
and your player development's well.
Kimber wanted a monster. We get that. You know what I mean? But come on, this is where you had problems at the back end last year. All right.
You didn't address it.
You didn't address it.
You didn't address this all season. You got a Band-Aid for it essentially, and he got hurt.
And like they all got hurt.
David Robertson was a Band-Aid for a closer role. He wasn't your prototypical closer. He could do it, and I was fine with him doing it. I'd rather have him in the 8th. You know what I mean? I would much rather have him in the 8th inning where he's more suitable. But whatever, he gets hurt on you. And I get that. That's not Gabe's fault. The Nesheks, but that's on Clintack though. Knowing the history of Tommy Hunter and Pat Neshek, that you're okay coming in like this. You were okay. So who's that on? Right? Throughout the deadline didn't just start at the deadline. The deadline started right when guys started falling for you, right? That's when the deadline started where, hey, we got to get better. We're not good enough.
Oh, yeah, and the teams were free falling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They allowed teams to get in it, and then the price went too high. You know what I mean? Like you said, the guy gets hurt early on. You're not throwing the ball well. And the Giants were 12 and whatever, dude. You could have got Mad Bum. You could have got all those pieces, right? And just the closer it got, they thought they were still in it. So they just, they were like, hey, it's Bochy's last year. We're gonna.
You waited long enough for him to make a run.
Bochy's like his son.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So they, as a respect to Bochy, like they were still close enough to pounce, and it was like, hey, we'll let Boch ride off in the sunset.
And then the list goes on. And then you had New York jump in on Stroman.
Cleveland was 13.
Right.
Cleveland was 13 back in June.
The biggest disgrace
at the end of May.
The biggest disgrace is letting the
Twins won last
end
night,
of June, I think. No,
definitely
middle of June.
Yeah, they got it to but it was still anywhere from 8 to 13 had a chance where they were. I mean, come on.
Well, you want to define. It's been a big definition show. You want to define incompetence is letting the Mets jump in on Stroman and they get Stroman over you, which I don't even know if you were in on. But my point is they get Stroman in your biggest position in need.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Yep.
And all you need to know about Matt Clintack and Andy. I'm going to call him Pat McPhail because he's a fucking idiot. So I'm not going to give him an Andy McPhail because he's a jabron.
Is Andy a smart name than Pat?
I don't even know. It's a disrespect
A lot of good
thing.
smart Andys out there.
No, it's just more of a disrespect thing for me. It's more of just disrespect.
I got you.
I'm not going to say your name right. It's more of disrespect. But everybody.
But you're right. And listen, I still think that we have a lot of talent next year. And I think if you get an ace, I think we're going to be good. Obviously, you need bullpen pieces too. But if you still have the same coaching staff here, I have no confidence in it. No confidence in it.
No, unless the roster's loaded. Make sense? Like the only way
I still have no confidence.
I have no
He'll
confidence
still
in it.
fuck something up.
He will, but they'll still win despite of him.
Maybe not. I thought they would do
That's
that
what you
this
thought
year.
this
I thought you were going to do it this year. Yeah.
Yeah, but the staff wasn't good enough. And
Well, the staff hasn't been good. The bullpen hasn't been good. And we haven't hit enough. That's the bottom line.
so it's on, and who you put all three phases on, all three coaches.
When everyone's down.
And your big dog.
When everyone's
And
down,
you're
you got to
loyal.
look at coaching, man. That's just all it is. It's how, like,
2 years
Sweep
in a row.
says.
2 years in
It's
a row.
like Sweep says, man. You got to go. Like, this is what happens.
Everybody came here last year at the deadline, ended up stinking. Besides Ramos was okay, but everybody that comes here ends up being down. Because something changes when you get here. I just hope Corey Dickerson came in late enough where maybe they won't change. It won't sink in too quick. Whatever approaches they're fucking preaching down.
Right.
Because something's wrong. Something's broken there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his fucking jazz
From
music
the
in his
top
office.
down. I mean,
I don't know
it's-
where.
I mean, it's all the way from the top
it's,
down.
It's
man.
the whole launch. It's the
It's
approach
everything.
because it's everything. You know what I mean? It's the analytics. It's the over-analytics. It's the launch angle. Like, you'd rather hit fly balls, which are very easy to catch in Major League Baseball, than, like, line drives and ground balls.
Yeah.
You know, like, they
ground balls
talked
take
about
bounces all the
they
time.
talked about Mikey Franco. Oh, his fly ball rate wasn't good enough.
Yeah, what?
What?
No, he just wasn't good enough. But,
He wasn't good enough,
Yeah.
but, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Because
means.
fly balls that you don't hit out are outs.
Yep.
It's like
Listen,
it's like the
player.
barrel accuracy.
What's your hardest exit velo? Because they love exit velo. What's your hardest exit velo off a bat? Is it in the air or on the ground?
Usually
It's on the ground. The hardest one last year was like
or
one
a line drive at least.
Yeah, but the hardest one last year was Giancarlo on a ground ball out to shortstop. Granted, it was an out, but it was like 135.
Yeah.
Like it fucking something ridiculous. So like I want to hit the ball 5 feet to 10 feet off the ground, and like Chipper Jones, and I go off of great hitters. I want to drive it through 405, not over it. Maybe that fucking works. Maybe what Hall of Famers have done their whole life works. I don't know. I don't fucking. You guys did it from both sides of the plate too. It's hard to do. We got guys who can't do it from one. He did it from both sides of the fucking plate, and and guys want to reinvent it.
Aneurysm.
We're reinventing.
Yeah.
Reinvent.
This
Drive it through a wall, and it's going to go over a wall. A-Rod, not a launch angle guy. Not, okay? I've listened to him talk his style hitting. Not a launch out guy. He talks about, I'm driving, and this guy hit a ton of home runs. I'm driving the knob down, and I'm coming from the shoulder, and what I do is I finish extremely high, and I get my launch there. And I bend my back knee a little bit more to get a little lift. And that's how I drive balls out of the ballpark. Like, so we're reinventing what great, and I'm just giving you a couple examples.
Listen, they just need to blow the whole thing up because, scouting, player
God, my head
development.
hurts.
I mean,
You're right.
everything.
You're right. My head hurts.
Blowing up.
Every
hurts.
department needs an oil change. Right?
Oh.
That's just the bottom line.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
maybe I need a new fucking transmission, a new engine. You know, I would hope it's just the oil. Honestly, I hope it's easy. It's an easy fix. It's just the oil. Because to me, it's the whole car's done. You know what I mean? I got to get in here now. Now I got to get guys that bring guys from the outside in to take a look, and it's that bad. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna have Charlie and freaking what's his face come in, just take a look. I think we can do this.
Under the hood, we got a lot of problems here.
It's a mess. I got a headache. You're right about the aneurysm.
I know.
Because I just went
You
ballistic.
gotta watch yourself.
Because I can't deal with I'm not I didn't create the game of baseball, nor do I gonna act like it. But when it comes to fucking hitting, it's common sense, and it's something that's over complicated when it's hard to do, but simplify it.
Be on time.
Right? Simplify it. Be on time. Simplify it. Do what the greats have always done and had tons of success doing in their Hall of Famers instead of one guy. Saying, dude, you hit balls 10 to 15 feet in the air the year you had your MVP year. So you didn't launch like you think you did, babe. Okay? Donnie, all right? Josh, you didn't launch like you claimed you did. Go look at the fucking analytics of the home run. The home run off the ground shit. Whatever that rate's called. I don't know if that's a rate or is it something. You know what I mean? It's fucking all lies. It's all built-in fucking lies. Oh, hit 40 home runs. Like Sweet said, you have 500 at-bats. What did you do the rest of the at-bats? Did you have a great fly ball rate? A lot of outs? That's awesome. That's cool. That's hot in the street. This is why I didn't want to start with it. I know it would have been done. I would have been done in 20 minutes. I would have said, show's over. We got everything out. I cleared.
It's straight, dude. I mean, it's how
It is
how
strange. It's strange because this should be a 90-win baseball team with this offense alone. This offense alone should be good enough to carry you at times. They haven't carried us once. They carried for a week and a half. At the beginning of the year, it wasn't even hitting weather. And we were like, oh, my God, look at this fucking lineup. Look at this fucking lineup. Fucking stinks.
Not getting it done.
Some margin shoving you in a week and a half. She'll retire. All right? I know. I like Jeff, but calm down. Shoved you twice in a week and a half.
Beth?
That's another name you could have gotten.
I know, Greg. He just shoved it to you as everybody else on your freaking Vince Velasquez.
Two times.
Like he said
Two
yesterday.
times.
Vinny V's been your best starter outside of Nola. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Been our second best starter for over a month.
That's an issue.
It's an issue.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. That's an issue.
You are correct, sir.
It's just
We have like 2 or 3 quality starts outside of Nola in like 2 months. In like 2 months. But Stroman out of our price range. Listen, I'll talk to you. This is why I don't want credentials. You better never give me credentials inside anywhere. Because I could choke at times. It could get to the choke point. Like I'm interviewing, you're giving me the same. Now you're gonna give me weird. Like if I was in a presser and he says his weird shit, I'm like, I got a question. I don't know what that means. Can you just can you tell me what that means?
As soon as he
Because
brings,
everybody in there blows them.
as soon as he brings
barrel accuracy and fly ball rates. That's so cool. That's new.
soon as he brings barrel accuracy up, I want to say, can we talk about things that exist? Okay? Fucking Christ, Gabe.
It's funny. It is getting to the point, like, when you watch his pressers, they are starting to ask him, like, different questions to him.
Oh, they're growing up in
You
there?
know what I mean? No, they really are. Because I think they're just as frustrated watching this team as everybody else.
Yeah, but there's a
Who
few.
is it?
There's a few out there that will support him.
Oh, no, there's no question.
Corey Simon will blow him.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's a freaking.
Corey Simon's a
Cause
nerd.
because he's the analytical.
Yeah.
He's the guy who wants the next GM job here. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
nerd.
So he'll blow him. Because he'll blow him and Quintac with his khakis and
Him and
dock
his
sides
nerd-
on.
they're having a
you know what I
nerd
mean?
fest over there.
Freaking tool bags all over the place.
Nerd fest.
Like, dude, you couldn't even hit a wiffle ball.
Nerdathon.
Like, you couldn't hit a wiffle ball front
Nerd
toss.
alert.
We're talking about wiffle balls front toss that you're going to swing and miss. Okay? And you're going to try to tell me about not Gabe. Because that's the problem. Gabe played the game. Like, how did you get so fucking clueless? Like, that's too much sun and oil. That's what happens. The sun and the oil run you down and make you freaking an idiot. Because, like, how did you change? You sat and watched so much baseball, in your career.
Yeah.
When did you get cute and say, I'm going to reinvent this guy? Let me see what I do here.
Just look at him.
It's unreal. It really is. It's unreal.
Because he was a tough player. You know what I mean? Like, he was he was a hard-noser. And something.
Yeah.
He was always a workout freak.
Yeah, but at least he played the game hard. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever. I didn't have a problem with him as a player. But again, like Sweeps always says, we got the one guy from the Dodgers organization who
That stinks.
is
That
clueless.
doesn't have a clue.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had a whole pick of the litter. You know what I mean? We took the run.
Yeah.
Like, we had all these dogs and puppies to choose from, and we said, this one's weird looking. This thing does, what does he do? He does oil and tannin beds. Oh, that's cool. That's inventive. And it's
Look,
coconut.
He takes
Oh.
selfies. He takes selfies.
Yeah, he's over the beach with Speedos. That's innovative. What are you, fucking Brazil?
Doesn't even
What are
like
you,
real
France?
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once a guy says like Doug's all about going out and eating ice cream with his guys, and we got a guy that won't even eat a PB&J with his players. Like, that's an issue, Like, hold the peanut butter. I just want the jelly. That's a creep. That defines creep. What would you say?
Listen, I told
No
you,
crust
I
either?
told you guys that.
What happened with you?
We knew from
I
the
told
get.
you that story when they first hired him.
I know.
First. No, I mean, like, not baseball related. Just the whole Francona's son thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's enough not to get you hired right there. All right. And Tito was not only one of your guys that you had a long time ago. Let's just say that, but. Just the fact that this guy is, they were buddies. You know what I mean? You threw him right under the bus. He told you something in confidence. You told the upper brass, right, to advance your career like a scumbag.
Yeah.
And then they had to wind up getting rid of him because he was dealing with some PTSD stuff. He was an army guy or whatever, and he confided in Gabe, and Gabe went, you know what, I'll leak that. You know what I mean? I'm a company.
Yeah, real
I'm gonna
good
leak
guy.
that. You know what I mean?
That's
So-
a real good guy you want
I mean,
around.
yeah.
Fucking snitches get stitches.
Yep.
That's
And that's
number one.
And
Guy's
that's
been
the
a piece
leader
of
of your
shit for a long
clubhouse.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the leader of your
Keep
clubhouse.
your mouth shut. Stop snitching.
So, I mean, you tell me that there wasn't better options, and there still isn't better options. Somebody said yesterday, you can't call him the worst manager in sports. I said, absolutely can.
He is.
Why?
Because he's like trying to tell me how they're like minus 27 run differential. I said, who's that on? You know what I mean? Who's that? That doesn't get
That's for your manager not
Yeah.
putting your guys in
He's
position
like,
to succeed.
minus 27 run differential, and we're only a game out of the wild card. And?
Yeah. We've over 10 runs a lot this year.
Yeah.
A lot.
Julio Harris in the house. What's up?
Absolutely.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
What up, Jaleel?
All right, boys. Let's get to our crumb of the week.
Yeah.
Real quick, did the Phillies pull one out tonight?
No.
I'm going to say yes,
Sweepsy?
but I don't have any confidence in it.
Jake from Allstate. Oh yeah, I mean, how could you have any confidence? All right, but I mean, everything's backs against the wall now. So I mean, will they get the split? Probably just enough to keep you
Yeah,
invested.
that's
You
what
know
I
what I
was
mean?
thinking.
So it's all roads point to a W, just to keep you invested and just to keep you on life support. You know what I mean? Like
So true.
and keep you. Everybody's like, oh, he still got a shot, man. Are you watching? I mean,
They
they're only a
battle.
game back.
They
you know?
battle.
They're still right there.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just waiting on them to get hot. They're going to get hot.
There'll be 8 games left.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Offense has been atrocious and still do nothing. Still doesn't change his philosophy. Giving up outs in his mind. You know what I mean?
Unreal.
Crumb of the week. Greg, you want to start crumb of the week?
I'm
So you're
thinking
low
right
bone?
now.
For me, I'll go.
Mine's easy.
I know it could be easy. I'm going to go a little deeper. And as Braves haters, it doesn't hurt your soul, right? But for me, it's Sean Green, right? You were an all-star in a small market, 35 wins. You were the big shot on a little tiny big shot on campus. Give me the ball, no pressure. Get traded to a pennant race, hadn't got anybody out since he got there. I mean, which is comical, as Philly guys and being in the same division, but unbelievable how horseshit Sean Green has been. All right, Shane Green, I'm sorry.
we don't want him thinking it was Sean because I actually thought Sean was a solid player.
My bad. Shane Green.
4 homer games Sean had.
Took some random days off, but
I'm surprised though.
The old man had a slip.
Yom Kippur.
I am surprised they
Giddy up.
axed the closer on him that quick though. Beans, he's had a good year. I was surprised that they were that quick with it. Beans, like a couple hits were like little fucking squibbers, but he did give up a bomb. You know what I mean? You're right. He hasn't got anybody out. I was surprised that they were
Shane's
that.
on the struggle bus.
I was surprised that they were that quick with it. Where they're like, all right, that's it. That's it on that.
At least they made a decision. Though.
No,
I like that.
that's fine. My crumb of the week
We'll just keep running them out.
ties into my crumb of the day earlier on in the week. It's even the thought process from the Philadelphia Phillies to send Adam Hazley down. It's even the fucking thought process, which is everything that's still wrong with this organization, right? That even goes through your head. Now, what did you just do to him? He's all fucking pretzeled up right now. He's pretzeled. He was pretzeled up yesterday. You can watch him play. You can just watch his swings. That's a pretzel head.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Okay? Because he don't know if he's coming or fucking going now.
Old pretzel head.
So that's good to do.
And that's now.
I love pretzels.
I love
What?
it.
And I immediately thought of just
wow,
a
wow.
giant pretzel.
Yeah.
No, I just
Oh,
I'm
just
such an asshole, and I'm such a fucking.
Old super pretzel.
That's what I thought. Like this guy literally is hitting with a fucking pretzel on his head. I love it.
And on
Good
top of
amount of
that,
salt.
You gotta blow that shit out.
Salty.
Stop playing with
salty. It's salty.
and on top of that, though, you have a young kid who has been your best player the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and you pinch hit for him late in games in big spots.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that's good for his development too?
Yeah, they're good at it. Player development.
I mean, this is what we thrive on is player development.
You're pinch hitting a guy who's almost worse than Reese and can't hit water. He fell out a boat.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have Greg Gross coming off the bench. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Manny Mota.
Yeah.
I mean, just let him go.
Just
We
let him
talk
go.
about it all the
Yeah,
time,
there ain't no
like,
pinch hitting happening.
lefty, like that
I don't
whole
care.
shit. That shit don't matter. Like,
Yeah,
you got
that's
to
on
learn,
you.
man. That's how you become an everyday star. You know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's on you.
You're going to have to face lefties
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point in his career.
Yeah.
No, it's
I mean, look at it right now. I mean, let's be honest. How many times does Harper barely face his righties? Like, if you're going to be a good player, that's what's going to happen to you. They put a lefty in to face Harper every as soon as it gets past the 5th inning. That's
Yeah,
all
you
he
gotta
sees
get through it.
every game.
The
So
more
you got to
you see
you
it,
got to get used
the
to
more
it
you see
because
it,
if you're going to be a
the
good
better you
player,
get
that's
at
what
it.
you're going to see.
Yeah, the more you see it,
What
the
do you
better
think Freddie
get at
Freeman
it.
sees? Lefties all day. This is what you're going to see. So you
ain't-
got to learn how to hit them.
He ain't afraid of no ghost.
No, absolutely. That's for sure. That's for sure.
No, but that's a big problem I had. I mean, I still do. It's still the fact that it went from a crumb in a day into a crumb in a week tells you how egregious it was. Because it's that disgusting, dude. The kid's hitting. He's playing good baseball. You're letting your best prospect play finally, and you're seeing some of what the Braves got a little bit in the talent. Like, okay, let him play. Let him get better. Right now, we didn't see like what Acuna came on to see in the Albies, but you see the fact that he can play. All right, he can hit the big league level. He can pick it in the outfield. He's got a good arm.
He was playing
You know what I
well.
mean?
And
And now he's at the airport ready to leave, and Bruce gets hurt. He's got to come back.
Yeah.
And to me,
He's like such a and he's just
that's hard to do.
And he's a pup, like so.
Yeah.
I saw I read like guys were calling him like you guys are getting mad about an average player. Like he's a pup,
He's young
man.
pup, dude. He's a young
Average.
pup.
I mean, come on.
I would hope my 7th pick of the draft is an average.
Yeah.
Especially like
Yeah.
I mean he's
Yeah,
right.
it should be.
He just came up, guys. Guys don't come up and are Hall of Famers off the bat. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, Acuna. There's certain guys that are nasty, but look, everyone thought that Vladimir Guerrero was going to be the cock of the walk this year. He's hitting 255. Like this is what happens with
Yeah,
young guys.
it's
You got to
adjustment.
see some time.
Like
You got
Bo
to
Bichette,
make adjustments.
like Bo Bichette,
Bo Bichette's gonna slow
he
down.
might never calm down, but he's going to.
Yeah, he's going to slow
You know,
down.
fucking little baby pimp. But
That's what just happens. He's going to slow down.
he's going to slow. They all do it. It's a game at ebb and
Once
flow.
the pitchers make adjustments, then you got to make adjustments back. It's a whole thing.
If they draft well on the mound and they get anybody to go to Canada, they're going to be dangerous.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
real
10 years.
dangerous.
They're
Real
really good.
dangerous.
I mean, I know they're in a bludgeon division, but
Oh, they can beat
look out
up
for
on
the
them
Blue
though.
Jays, man.
Yeah,
They're
with them 3 to start
Real
around.
talent, yeah.
I don't want to be.
Gurriel,
I don't want to be the Red
Smoke,
Sox
they
or
got
Yankees
guys,
right
man.
now. When I can, when I see a team
Willie's
up there.
boy. Hernandez has got 17 bombs. A whole hum.
Teoscar.
Yeah,
I like Teoscar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look at his face and lit up.
It's one of my guys I use. It's one of my guys I use in DK as a low guy. Big fan of him now.
Yeah, 'cause
you
it
got
give
to
you-
spot my heart, Teoscar.
Low risk, high reward.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Big fan.
And Mike, you want my crumb of the week?
Yeah,
Because it's simple to
absolutely.
me, and it's Antonio Brown. 100,000% Antonio Brown. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? You think when you start somewhere, you want to make a good impression. Like this is business
Those
101
days are over.
of not making a good impression when you first start somewhere.
Human being
Like,
101.
Like yeah, just
Well,
like,
no, he
how about
essentially
like
did. He essentially did because he did the
Did
fake David Carr hug. Remember when they were hugging it out?
Take
So
a
yeah,
hot
so he
air
did
balloon
the
in.
he did the fake. He did the fake.
they ran more routes in that fucking parking lot
Yup,
the day he
and
got than he's ran since.
Since,
So
yep.
I mean,
Hot
like,
air
what
balloon.
are you doing?
That was nice, Ty.
Yeah, coming in a hot air balloon. Oh, we're on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
$30,000 for the hot air balloon, and then I'm just gonna start skipping practice. They'll start fining me. Don't worry about it. I don't like the helmet. Like this dude is a mess, and it's gonna blow up if it hasn't already. I think LA has a bad year, or Vegas, or who the fuck their name is. They're gonna have a bad year, and then he's gone. He's a 1 year there. I'm telling you. Put your money on it.
I think he
You
gets.
didn't wear shoes wearing the cryo.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're getting
And then-
frostbite on your feet?
and then
Everyone
Gruden-
knows you're going to a crab fever. You need something on your feet.
And
You
then-
probably walked around with his socks on like
and
you're
then
doing in a Hard
Gruden's
Knocks.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, that would be.
What are you
hold on,
What are you
Gruden's like, yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong in there with the. You
Didn't
know,
do nothing wrong.
It was on the machine.
Everyone uses it. They don't walk out with frostbite. Johnny did something wrong.
Final Destination 7. The machine just went up
Yeah.
to like
Minus
-0.
85.
Yeah.
It was set on -5 and went to -500. We don't know what happened.
I only got the feet.
He was actually cryogenically frozen for a minute, like Han Solo. We were able to get him out of it.
We brought him back.
Him and Ted Williams are talking
He was just in there like this.
Disclaimer. He's weirder now than he was. Just disclaimer. I mean,
Sometimes when you throw people out, they're a little changed. There's a little change.
I mean, the NFL upgrades their
Sit
helmets.
up straight, would you?
The NFL's upgrading their helmets for protocol every 10 years like they do, right? So they're upgrading their helmets for concussions and the whole thing.
It's to
and
help-
this guy
it's to
don't
help
want
you.
it. And this guy don't want it.
I don't care about my concussions. I can't see.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everyone in the league's wearing it. Okay, it's not like it's just you. They're just picking you out.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, they're not doing the same thing for Rodgers and Brady. And then they showed him a camera. There's Rodgers and Brady wearing their new helmets, by the way, in case you're wondering. Wow. Well, I'm not wearing it.
It's not like
He's like the little kid in the toy store that's not getting a toy. Just like
yeah.
stomping his feet, like
not like
fucking
it-
get back to practice. Stop being a piece of
It's
shit.
not like you're Mark Kelso with a goddamn fucking kazoo helmet. You know what I mean? Like,
Amazing.
unbelievable.
No, he just looks for excuses not to practice.
Yeah, that's all it is.
He doesn't want any parts of training camp. And you think going to a new team, you'd want them parts.
And especially because early on in Hard Knocks, he's like, I'm on a new team. I got to get in there. I got to show them what I'm about, that I'm a good teammate.
Yeah, that's
I mean, literally,
aged,
just watched it last night.
aged well.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's kind of funny. Like, you
Yeah.
dig in today's news and, oh, how good of a teammate are you right now?
Yeah.
It's
Not
real
even
well.
on the field.
When you got
can't practice.
Not even on the field.
When you
You
got
can't
teammates
practice,
that are
yeah.
like, when you got teammates that are like, we don't know what's going on. It's the funniest. It's like the most ridiculous thing we've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like he's throwing an absolute fit. Everyone's wearing the helmets. Like when you got guys saying
That's
that,
what I'm saying.
that's not a good thing.
No.
That is
You
not a good
practice
thing.
in it. You try to get used to it.
Yeah.
And then you can continue your soapbox and try to fight it. But you practice and you
Yeah.
wear it and you try to get used to it and you help your teammates out and you be a good dude. You be a good human being.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't just be a diva baby.
Yeah, like you
fucking
could be out of
bullshit.
practice
Take
saying.
my ball and leave.
You
know,
could be
that's-
out of practice saying, like, yo, I don't like these helmets.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
You know, and like,
Go
nobody's
on a
gonna-
crusade. Dude.
Yeah.
Bitch about it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
nobody's going to
But
crush
in
you over
that note,
that.
but practice with it and get it done.
Yeah, like if you're out there practicing with it, we're going to be like, okay. You know, dude, you tried it on your house one time, you didn't like it?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. That's not how it
Yeah,
goes.
yeah,
That's how none of this works. You just create things.
But you know what though? I'm in full agreement with him that they should be able to wear the other helmet. Like who cares? It's only his head. He's not injuring someone else.
Yeah,
right?
it's all lawsuits.
So who
yeah,
cares?
It's all, you know.
But yeah, but he'll be the
all-
first one that
yeah,
sues the NFL.
sues
Yeah.
them, yeah, for letting them wear
Yeah,
it.
it's just like anything else in life, right? There's rules and there's laws, and you got to follow them. That's it. It doesn't mean that you like them. Doesn't mean that you can't. That they're right, all right? But that's the rules,
Yep.
all right? So
Yeah.
What do you got, Greg?
I was going to tag team on yours with the Phillies and the Hazley. It's just ridiculous, but I'll just go with the Eagles fans or just all fans in general, just overreactions, good and bad,
To preseason
football.
football.
Oh, it's amazing.
You know what I mean?
It's really incredible.
It's just it's
incredible.
unreal how useless these games are.
They mean
Other than just football is
nothing.
back, right? You know what I
They
mean?
mean
It's
nothing.
useless for us fans. I'm sorry.
It's not
Yeah.
even back.
I'm not
Nathan
Yeah.
I'm not
Peterman
taking-
was slinging
Oh,
last
my God.
preseason. That's all you need to know.
it's for young guys. It's for guys that are
I'm
working
not taking
at
it away
Kroger,
from the guys that
guys
play
that are
the
working
game.
at Kroger in the offseason,
You know what I mean?
young guys that
Seriously.
they're trying.
That's the
They're
funny
fighting.
thing.
And
Like,
this is nothing
hungry.
against them.
How about the
This is the
degenerates
fans.
that bet it? Okay, I consider myself a semi-degenerate gambler. I would
first
never
teamer.
bet
First
preseason.
teamer. I've never.
It's amazing.
First teamer.
The guys and guys that try to justify it. What are you doing in the crunch time in the games? I'm playing. All right? Like, what are you doing? You're going to bet. There's guys that are going to be bagging groceries and washing cars in 3 weeks, and you're betting these guys. They're playing in the fourth quarter.
I've wagered
What
on
are you?
two- I've
What
wagered-
are you
I've
doing with
wagered
your
on
life?
two
I'd rather
cockroaches
bet
before.
cricket.
Literally, like
I don't even
live
know.
crickets.
I don't even know.
have
I don't
been
even know how cricket works. I think I bet one time my team batted for an entire day and still lost. How does that work? I don't know how that works. Dudes didn't make it out for a day. Same dude batted for a whole day. They still didn't win. How does that work? I have no idea, but I do that over preseason football.
Yep.
I've been one to wager on preseason.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yep. We looking right at you.
Degenerates can smell their own.
We know you.
Another power outage, would you? On the seventh day, the Lord created Greg.
No, it was fun though. Great show. Great crumbs.
Yeah, a little,
like always.
little daytime. Appreciate you.
Yeah, love you chiming in. Know we caught you a lot of you off guard. Foolish thought we were coming on at 9:57 tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we came in hot.
Came
a
in
little
hot.
early afternoon action.
Yeah, I almost forgot to do a preview video. It was a whole mess.
Nooner talk. Nothing wrong with a nooner.
Nope, get it out of the way. We can all watch the Phils tonight because the live reaction to it
SummerSlam.
would just not be fun for anybody. Okay, Greg.
That's what I'm more
0 for
excited
3.
about.
0 for 3 in versatility.
He's Sean Rodriguez to a T.
Well,
Can do a lot of things. Doesn't do any of them well.
4-3. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Stop the game. Can I get a tornado?
Hang on, no, we're going in.
Can I get a hurricane in Baltimore Harbor right now? We're through 5. I need a hurricane. Taking a century.
You guys see the rain out? I get your rain out. You need rain? I can get your rain out.
what's the score? What's the score?
4-3.
4-3.
Bottom 5.
Let's hold on.
Verlander Day. Buckle up. I need zoom off.
The O's are up. The O's are up.
Hang on, Olive.
You
Buckle
think-
up, Olive. We're coming in for
You
Verlander.
think zoom off's home? I need to call him up. I just need to hear his voice.
Yo, Mark, we need to buckle up out of you.
Hey, Mark, I need you to calm me down real quick with a buckle up. Let me know this flight's coming down. Land safely.
Mark, gonna need to buckle up out of you. Big things happening.
Fam, we love you. In all reality, we hate the Phillies in a lot of ways, but go Phils tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're still
Vacation
fans.
time. Say bye to Tom.
Oh, yeah.
He
Shit.
thought he was going to slip out without that.
Sixth and seventh of the year, because like we said, if it's more than a week, it counts as 2.
Yes, sir.
So sixth
So
and
how-
seventh of the year.
Okay, so then that would only be 3.
Greg, play the music.
That would
Dump
only-
out.
that would
Dump
only-
out. Dump out.
That would only be 2, and if you had the other week, it would be 3 then.
No,
Yes.
that's not true.
Two
I've only been
Georges.
in Dominican.
Who are you lying to? You
Georges.
were in Georgia for 3 weeks. That's
That's not a
3.
vacation,
That's
no.
3 right there.
I was coaching.
1, 2, 3.
You got paid like a vacation. You didn't get paid to coach.
Got paid in my ties.
Wow.
Got paid in flip
Stephanie
flops.
coming in. He just came in like a Ginsu. Oh!
The Uber guy coming in hot. Just swerved.
Uber Eats.
Took a
Uber Eats.
took a
If you
shot.
want to be down one slice of pizza, hit Greg up for Uber Eats.
Took a shot.
Don't they come in 8s? No, 7. 7's around here.
I'll be
Anyway,
visiting-
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I'll be
all right?
visiting the
He's done.
family, and obviously a bunch of friends down there, cousins.
Yeah, good times.
The whole 9. So it's a lot of running around. Lennox fam's down there.
Enjoy.
So it'll be 10 days. Got to factor in 2 each way driving, which sucks. But
'Cause there's a problem.
Well, no, I didn't know when I could leave, so it was easier just to drive it because I could leave more when I was able to. You know what
Freedom
I mean?
talk.
So it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. That's all.
Benjamin Martin.
Worldwide leader, real talk, Greg. You're wearing on your fucking hat. Agree, disagree. HED Radio. I don't even know why I just tacked
love
it,
you.
but it felt right.
What else is new?
Real Talk Studios. Thank you, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Find on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. For Tom Arnaud, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson.
The Swiss
Greg
Army
Moore.
knife.
Yep.
The music's been playing for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Sean Rodriguez.
Swiss Army music's been playing for 10 minutes.
Uncle Ginsu.
Stephanie Rodriguez.
I am not a sewer rat. Later.